Oh dear. Oh no.
Epi injected. Okay, BP's risen.
Oh, come on, Kelly. You can do this.
Pulse is only at 56.
Check it again.
Oh,
Mr. Sean, it's okay.
Oh.
okay.
Oh.
You can still lose the case and maintain your strikes.
72 beats per minute.
105 over 70.
You rat bastard, you gave me a heart attack.
Okay, holding is 72.
117 over 78.
Halfway it's steady out, 80 beats a minute.
Oh dear.
Yeah, 117 over 78, that's holding there. Alright, sir, can you try standing up first real slow?
Oh, that's why we hear them talking from there.
Halfway it's holding at 80 beats per minute. How are you feeling, sir?
Who am I?
Yes.
Who am I?
Kelly!
Kelly!
Kelly, you crazy bastard, you gave me a heart attack. You fuck.
I'm Kelly Chan. Oh, yeah.
I'm a judge. Go ahead
Kelly.
and search me. My office is inside.
Let me get I got court case to go with.
No worries.
Yes, you have a court case. No.
It's all good.
Come on, Kelly, to my office.
My bag there. So sorry, I hit the wrong, flex the wrong muscles. Step away from me real quick. I gotta go in my bag there. I think I got my cell phone.
Can you go ahead and search me?
Hey, Mr. Chan, obviously you've had a nasty fall, so just take it easy. I know you've got a court case to go to, but try not to get too stressed. We will be around if you need it. So just take it easy, maybe sit down, have a nice strong cup of tea.
Of course, I could be a court case. Hey, what happened to all my stuff? Did I not have anything on me?
Looking at it from a different angle.
Thank you very much.
And if people step back from me as well, because that
Nice to wait for us,
get in the bag as well.
So can you give him a little bit of space?
Put his hands all over me.
All right, let's go inside talk, Mr. Waxon.
Thank you very much.
I was out there trying to grab some coconut from the tree, but no coconut fell.
Down below.
Where do I go?
Where do we need
This
to
way?
You know where you just came from? No, it's the other one that.
No, attorney quiet privileges.
go? Oh, nice.
Listen for attorney client privileges.
Oh, why would you block the stairs?
Nope, this is the wrong way.
So Mr.
Yeah,
Shaw,
it was that way.
what do we do?
Yep.
Are you not part of my case? Who are you?
I'll be honest, I've never been
I'm in the wrong room.
Kelly. Oh, sorry, Kelly. We're bringing every one of the witnesses in here.
I was in the wrong way. Over there, sir.
Apparently it's over there is what I'm told.
Okay.
So we'll be basically
It's the bottom door, right?
Yeah. I'm sorry.
waiting for the rest of the people to get here.
It's the first time being here too.
Yeah. Understandable, officer.
I mean, I've run in the door and grabbed an ID card, but that's about it.
Oh.
How are you feeling, Kelly? You want to take a seat on the couch?
No, I'm okay. I'm just so excited about court case. So we're a plan of action. Even though I was slightly unconscious, I kind of heard something. I don't really like too much.
What, Kelly?
I saw you
speaking
unconscious, but I
Korean?
still heard some things.
Bad things?
I sound like Chief Winter's trying to bribe you.
No, Kelly, no. You've got that all wrong. No. Not bribing at all. No. That must have been the voices in your head, Kelly. Yes. Those voices.
Are you sure?
Yes, Kelly. Yes. Definitely.
I hope you don't try to
voices in your
lose
head.
court case on purpose.
No. I have a good court case. Strong evidence. Everything is perfectly fine, Kelly Chan. I'm the best lawyer, and I'll definitely get you off your court case. Don't worry about that.
Also,
We have many witnesses that are coming to basically aid your case. I have the biker gang, a bunch of criminals. I trust them.
They're
And,
not criminals. They're just
yes,
motorcycle.
motorcycle people. Yes, not
They're
criminals,
just
motorcycle people.
enthusiasts.
Enthusiasts, yes, with their chains and their
Yeah.
baseball bats and shit. Yes,
That's
killer.
all. They're good people. They do rallies to help poor kids.
That's true.
And feed,
I also
people
have
'cause
an
they're
ex-police
homeless.
officer, Kelly. I have Xander. Yes.
Oh yeah, excellent choice.
Yes, he's a great man. Except he's a bit under the weather at the moment. I'm trying to catch him. He seems to be coming. So let's get you in the courtroom and seated.
All right.
But don't worry, Kelly-chan. We'll definitely sort this out today. Oh shit, I've lost where's my briefcase?
Oh yeah, I need my briefcase too.
Hello, Abby.
Mister, is this seat taken?
I've got my suitcase now. Let's go. Mr. Chan? Oh, yes, Mr. Chan, yes, come on. Let's sit you down
Hold on,
and get you
get
arrested.
my briefcase.
Why is it? No, you can't. No, it's not.
/E suitcase 2, Mr. Chan.
Oh yeah, that's the one I want.
Yes, that muscle, yes. Yes, don't worry, you probably hit your head too hard. Too much
I don't
cocaine.
remember anything what happened. Horrible. I don't even remember what happened last couple of weeks.
Oh, don't worry, Mr. Chan. We'll sort this out.
Fucking pimp. Fuck that.
Got
something to say?
Yeah.
My door lock. They don't want me in court case.
La vie.
Hello.
Hey, boss, how's it going?
Hello. Right, back, please. Step back.
This is Kelly Chan.
Okay, could you just put your hands up just for searching everyone?
I don't have nothing.
If it pleases the court, I'm the best. Whoa! Oh, it's locked. Fuck.
Should we not sit in the front row, or is that for only like people?
No, sit in the front row. Sit in the front row.
All right. So is he the defending or the accused?
He's the accused. It's on the right hand side.
Okay, give me a second. I'll announce and clear the passage.
Yes,
right.
wrongfully accused.
Stay there for a second.
Stay here, Chan. Stay here.
Right, make way for the accused.
Yeah, Mr. Chan.
Hello, Mr.
Right.
Chan. How y'all do, Mr. Chan?
Yes, Mr. Chan. We're sitting
Where
here,
I
Mr.
sit?
Chan. You sit next to this
Wait,
chair
Chan.
here.
Free
Chan.
Mr. Chan.
This Chan, this chair right here is
I
yours.
sit right here.
Yes,
I hate to break it to you, but you guys are on the left with your defense.
Oh, we're on the left. It's the defense on the left. Yes. These men know.
Who is the shittiest lawyer I ever hired?
Yes. We're on the left, Chan. Yes.
Oh,
Good thinking,
I see
Batman.
that.
I sure hope I don't need a lawyer like that.
You
That's
say,
shit.
have you ever won in a criminal case? Or you
I've
ever
never
testified
won a
criminal?
court case in my life, gentlemen, but I've got a good feeling about this one. Yes, I have
Ever
a good feeling about
represented
this
a
case.
criminal case?
Never represented a criminal case.
Right.
I just need to go find my witnesses.
Can't you just sit normal?
Did they not teach you how to sit in a chair in Korea, Mr. Chan?
In North Korea, we had no chairs. Don't
That
worry.
is
I was
true.
born and raised in concentration camp. I don't know no better.
There you go, Chan. You just jumpy wumpy.
Who's the lady?
There you go.
That's the number
Who
one
was the brown
news
hair?
reporter.
How do you not know the #1 news reporter? It's Princess Leia from Star Wars. She told me herself.
Star Wars.
Well, maybe she should be more recognizable. I don't know, man.
It's Layla Mist.
Yes, Princess Leia.
Speak up for yourself. That lawyer's trashing your name.
Oh, you can't get out this door.
That's the other one.
yeah,
That's the other one.
damn,
The one on the
The other
right.
one. They're on the right, yes.
You can
I'm
barely
back
call him a
now.
lawyer.
Oh, this is gonna go horribly wrong. I have Kelly Chan, but I don't know where my other, guys are. He's saying he's gonna successfully win it. No.
Fuck, what is this?
A phone. Oh God.
government, you see, on my lap.
They're actually calling. I can't tell if this phone's calling or not.
Fuck you, fucking
Motherfucker.
Now, these blasted phones never seem to work. Call has ended. What do you mean call has ended?
Oh, this is the beginning, bro. Clothing shop, eh?
You have a tie?
Yeah,
What?
it's not
You
really
have a
going
tie.
very well for me.
I do have a tie.
At least you can sit down in your chair.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
Will we be able to hear the judge from here?
Oh,
Yes.
Yeah, we can.
Yes, you should be able to hear the judge. Oh dear.
You okay? You sound different. You alright?
Has anyone seen any of the biker boys? Oh, those rowdy people.
I just arrived. I have no idea.
Oh damn.
What do you want, Mr. Sean?
I'm trying to get a hold of the biker people, you know, those reprobates.
Well, Mr. King had an incident. I think he tripped and fell. The EMS are taking care of him.
Dying of bullshit.
I
Oh
don't
damn.
know about
That's my
everybody
main
else.
witness. Oh dear.
I think the bikers framed a hit on theirs. Have you seen the latest tweet?
No,
On your
I have
phone?
not.
You may want to consult that.
My phone's old and doesn't seem to work.
Oh, okay. But they're trying to say that the police have a hit squad on them while we were all here. So I think they're just
Yes.
framing us.
It's starting at 9, so they have half an hour, I suppose.
Well, maybe like 20 minutes.
Oh,
Unless
damn.
it takes 10 minutes to start.
The phone is not working for me.
Rip.
Damn phones.
Maybe next time, charge it up.
Oh, yes, I figured you have to do that with these things. Yes, batteries and all that stuff, yes. In my
Yes,
day,
but
we
like
used a
the old
pencil and a
days.
piece of paper, you know, Mr. Officer Walnut. Yes.
You know what? I laughed so much when you emailed people on the Discord.
Oh,
email
yes.
that, and you said Charlie's Angel.
Oh.
Kiss my pants. Sorry about that. Back to professional.
Xander something, Charlie's Angels, Mitchell.
Mitchell
Queen.
Oh, somebody's running. We have a runner.
Also, court actually started already or not?
Oh,
No,
dear.
it's started
No,
because
it's not
he's
started.
the
yet,
defense
'cause
attorney,
I'm,
so-
I'm the judge. I'm the attorney.
You're the judge, attorney, and executor.
The executioner involved. Yeah.
Oh, I think this is my. Oh fuck! Why does the phone keep coming up on my screen? Oh yes, it's one of the biker boys. Hello, sir. Come with me.
Fucking tried to silence me, the fucking cunts.
Oh, go in. Where's King or Queen or Mitchell?
Oi, you fucking baldy! Which one of you fucking cunts have tried silencing me, eh?
No, it's okay, gentlemen.
Biker. But
Fucking hell,
before you can enter,
you boys
any
are fucking
weapons-
hiring
any
people to
weapons
shoot
you have in-
people. What's this about?
We didn't shoot anyone. We were all here. So if
Well,
you
you
have
tried to
weapons, you
silence
need to
me
leave
then.
it in your car. If you have a weapon, leave it in the car.
I almost just got fucking killed because someone put a hit on
You'll
me.
be searched before
Well,
entering.
don't
Funny,
worry.
isn't it?
If there's a weapon, leave it in the car.
The good thing is you're here now, Mitchell King or
Hey,
Sean.
stop. You need to be searched.
I ain't got nothing on me. Just got fucking...
Go on, you have to come into my office. This way.
Alright, thank you. Let's
Fuck,
see
why is
for
the
what
phone
has been
constantly
searching for
picking up on
illegal
my
stuff.
screen? Alright, Mitchell.
Alright, sir, you're good to
come
go.
with me.
Fucking
Come with me, come with me. Alright, he's just been searched. This is my other witness.
Yeah, no worries.
This is Mitchell
Fucking
King.
police, man. Fucking
Come
putting
with
it
me.
some people, try silence them. What's this about?
That's terrible.
Oh,
Where
well,
are
how
the
you
other?
doing, my brother?
It's your friend.
The police has tried killing me. That's fun.
Oh, that's say that they
Come.
try to kill my witness
Mate,
because they know what they are doing is corrupt.
Alright, this is the witness
I hope
stand
they
if
got
you'd
that.
like to stand at the front
Remember, they
somewhere.
tried to kill my witness, obviously, because they are corrupt.
Can I assume
Corrupt to the
Mitchell
core,
King
the
is
Chief
coming?
Winter.
Yeah, he is. I don't know
He's
where
on
he is
his
though.
way. Can you try and get in touch with him? It's very
I've got
important.
nothing,
that he's
mate.
here.
I got killed and robbed.
I'll give you my phone.
I don't have his number. I got the motorcycle club leader phone number.
I've given him a phone. It's okay, Mr. Chan. You can use mine.
Oh, yeah. I didn't know you have a number in there. If things get really bad, there's a 100 thing up there.
He
Come
comes
here, let me
court.
show you.
Okay, no worries.
Improving self-esteem in case you get real nervous up there. Okay.
Don't worry, Mr. Chan. Don't worry. You just wait here a second. Yes, Mr. Chan.
Hello, Kelly. Can you smile for the camera, please?
We do have 15 minutes till 9 o'clock. I'm just gathering some of my witnesses and need to refresh my eyes.
Right here.
Oh, fantastic.
Me looking up to the sky. Make sure you get the corruption of the police officers. I also like to point out how they tried to kill my star witness.
Okay, I think you should leave that for the court case.
Oh, it's true.
Mr. Ollie. Look up.
Sounds like defamation to me.
Hello.
Oh, it's true.
Is that Kelly
Oh, true, everything.
Oh, there we go. There we go. Thank you.
Oh, yes, Supreme.
I think Chan's trying to get himself held in contempt. Ah, yes, Biker. Yes. Mitchell Queen.
Have the bikers both been searched? At the front
Yes. Come with me. I'll take you to the witness stand.
So no weapons on them. Just hold there for a minute, mate.
Pussy.
Oh, can you step back?
Oh, shit. Come here, sir.
Alright, if you walk towards
Where's
me,
the
sir.
other one?
Yeah, thank you very much. You can head in.
Mitchell Queen.
Yes.
Yes, Mitchell Queen. Yes. Come with me.
Alright, hold there a minute, sir.
Yes, go in and go straight forward, sir. Straight through. We're going to the left where your other friend is. Mr. Sam, come to Charlie's Angels. Are you not wanting to be a witness?
No.
I thought you said you wanted to be a witness. Okay, well, I only need two. It's fine.
What's this shit?
Yeah, if you want to sit next to your friend and just try and locate Zindi. And
Are all the
we can
witnesses
get
being
this written.
herded in the
The
witness
cops are
box
probably
over there?
trying
Is
to
that
kill
what
him
it is?
Yes. That's the witness
I'll go,
box over there.
I guess I'll go sit there for now.
Lawyer, I want to make it noted that there was an assassination attempt on this man's life. I don't know.
Yes, that's terrible news. We'll deal with that soon.
Take it no one was involved.
Is the door open for me to leave to try and find Xander?
Yeah, negative.
Has anybody seen Xander? He was asleep in my office. Xander? Right, I just need to refresh my eyes a second, gentlemen, because this phone is stuck on my screen. Probably going to see my ugly face. It's big and ginger. Oh no, it's just a black screen. I forgot. FIVEM. New dear. Breaking the immersion. Alright. And, yeah. Dear, I have a horrible feeling that we're not going to have Xander. Oh dear, I can't seem to get a hold of Xander. It's not going to be good. I'll have to read out his witness statement, I'm afraid. The courtroom is not going to like this. I know he told me he was very tired from staying up and playing pin the donkey on someone last night, but he seems to have had too much sherry and has overslept his court date. It's quite terrible. Yes, too much sherry, that one. He was a fine officer. Oh shit, you can see all the characters that I do. Yes, I'm totally not the gay Russian that runs around trying to caress Sergeant Volt. Although, if he was very present, I would like to touch him. Oh, yes. Santa! Why is Santa not here when I need him? Suitcase 2. Alright, well. We're gonna have to get on with the show, ladies and gentlemen, and deal without him. He may turn up halfway through the case. Who knows? Hello.
Somehow, I feel like he's limping a little bit more every time I see him.
Your Honor, I regret to inform you that one of the key witnesses, Zindi or Xander, had a bit too much sherry last night pinning the donkey on someone and has fell asleep and can't make the court case.
He was assassinated.
Yeah, we may have.
I vote that I can still. Am I still allowed to read his witness statement out to the court, or how do you want to proceed?
Yes. If he should attend prior to your calling, he will be allowed entry.
Okay.
Otherwise, you can read the statement.
Alright, well, I think most of the witnesses are present, so, the two beautiful men over there with their mohawks matching, yes, like the village people. Yes, I think we'll get on, sir.
And then I got something to say before we start.
Proceed.
I would request that you silence the two witnesses in the area over there, because they're making assumptions that the...
me and say such things. Corruption. Be seated.
They are making accusations of the police department and try to kill him.
Be seated. I will have order.
Smacky, the hammer.
Hey, can you tell your chief to stop embarrassing himself?
Order.
Order. The bikers, please.
You guys sit down so I can see what the hell's going on.
I shall inform everyone present that if there is not order, you shall be removed from this court hearing. Now we shall begin. My name is Supreme Judge Yang. The Los Santos police present, or as such a representative, please confirm.
Yes, they're present.
Legal aid present.
Yes, Your Honor, legal aid is present, and as is most of our witnesses, except for one.
Kelly-chan present.
Yes, Ching Chong is present. You can't speak because he's Chinese, sir, but he's here.
I will say that make sure your voices are loud so that everyone may hear you.
Oh yeah, Kelly-chan here,
Kelly.
number one.
Yes. Do you understand the judge, Kelly-chan? I know you're Korean, but, you know, they must have taught you English.
It takes some time because I'm just a innocent, illegal immigrant to this great country.
Oh, that's okay.
I understand.
He said he loves you. In Korean.
Very well, we shall continue. The court has gathered here to hear Los Santos City District versus Kelly-chan. The court will make a final judgment today upon hearing the parties involved. My role today as your judge includes utmost guiding such parties through this process. I will hear the charges brought against Kelly-chan. I will hear the statement of those involved. I will allow for questioning on both sides where relevant. I will allow for cross-examination. I will continue to review the evidence brought before the court, and as such have reviewed the case files from both parties. I will allow for both parties to give a closing statement, and I will make my judgment, and it shall be final. Kelly-chan, you have become present here today to seek judgment for the charges that we shall shortly hear. You have been granted this trial prior to any custodial sentence under the Los Santos District Law of subsection 1B. Legal aid, can you please confirm that this matter has not been able to be settled outside of this court and that no resolution has been currently concluded?
I can confirm that myself and Dominic, I can't pronounce
I
it.
believe.
Yes, we tried to come to an arrangement and it didn't succeed, sir, so no arrangement outside of court was succeeded.
Los Santos, please. I request that you read out to the court the charges.
Yeah. So it will be 1 count of murder of a law officer, 1 count of drug
Allegedly.
trafficking.
Remain silent.
1 count of recklessly endangering safety, 1 count of arms trafficking more than 4 firearms, 13 counts of illegal weapons, 1 count of filing a false report, 1 count of failure to comply with a lawful warrant, and then 12 counts of illegal items, and that totals to 400 months and $36,000 in fines.
Thank you. Legal aid, would you please allow the court to hear how your client is pleading today?
My client is pleading innocent, sir, of mostly all the charges. Not guilty, sir. Not guilty at all.
Guilty
all
of
charges.
all
All charges, yes, all charges.
not guilty.
Yes, yes.
I see.
Continue.
Los Santos, please. I will now invite you to take the stand and provide a statement to conclude why we are here today in this court.
Thank you. Alright, we are here today because Kelly-chan was running the owner and was running the pawn shop, and through the surveillance by CIs and also officers, we were able to conclude that he was holding illegal weapons, trafficking illegal weapons and items inside his store, and using his store as a front to traffic these illegal items and
Objection,
weapons.
Your Honor. Alleged legal weapons.
Sustained. Please proceed.
My statement. So through the course of multiple investigations and buys, we were able to see that he had a legal weapon, so the Los Santos Police Department is here to bring justice to him and seize the pawn shop. And we were able to get multiple witnesses on this, so we are here for that to bring justice against him for all these charges and single-handedly increasing the crime in the city.
Thank you. You may be seated. Mr. Chan, if I have not asked you to speak, I expect you to keep your mouth closed.
I believe he was whispering to me, sir, but it seems our whisper keys are as loud as a mountain.
Legal aid, please take the stand and provide your statement.
Your dear Honorable Supreme Judge Yang, me and my clients are here today to prove categorically that this poor Korean man was entrapped into a clause and contract that he shouldn't have signed. It is desecrating the American way in this country. We deny these accusations of these illegal weapons that this man claims. Yes, he bought them in good faith to sell in his pawn shop. This is, legal in the U.S., is it not? The Second Amendment. And we also are going to prove that he was entrapped into a contract that he should never have been in the first place. My man is practically innocent. We have a number of witnesses that can prove the alleged of one of the crimes never even took place, and that the police are very corrupt. As for these investigations, that was only, that is what they're saying they're investigating. I say poppycock.
May I also have a word, Your Honor?
Indeed, I assume that is the end of your statement.
Yes, we will prove that there is corruption, yes, sir, and entrapment, and lying. And my man is innocent, yes.
Please be seated.
Can I also make a statement, Your Honor?
Well, yes, Kelly.
Quiet.
Say again?
He said you have to
that I have heard the state. Order.
I'm translating
Order.
He's Chinese. He doesn't understand.
Mr. Erex, I shall not warn you again. Now that I have heard the statements of those involved, both parties will be invited to the stand once again, allowing for cross-examination. I shout out both parties to call upon witnesses to clarify and support such statements of those that have been heard today. Legal aid, do you wish to bring upon any witnesses to the stand?
We have, yes, Kelly Chan, but I thought we spoke about having. No, Kelly Chan, come back a minute. Your Honor, I thought you said you were going to call the police witness first when we discussed this, to give context.
This was discussed in detail, that you would call upon your witness after providing your statement.
No, I believe we spoke about the police going first.
Do you wish to call any witnesses to the stand?
I do, but not at this time, Your Honor.
Kelly Chan, do you wish to take the stand?
Oh, of course I do. Anything to clear my good name.
Oh dear.
Oh, where do I stand? Right here?
Yes, in the chair. No, the other side, Kelly.
Other side?
This is a chair. I know you don't have them in Korea, but use this chair.
I grew up in concentration camp where I never had chair.
So we have them in the civilized world. Kelly, why don't you tell us in your own words why we're here today, considering that it was supposed to be the policeman giving us context, but, why don't you give us your context?
So, this is what happened. One day I was standing inside pawn shop, and somebody thought, I was the owner of the pawn shop, so I just assumed I was the owner of the pawn shop. I don't know too much English, so I said, okay, I'll be owner of the pawn shop. I never purchased pawn shop. I just worked at the pawn shop free of charge. And so people just started giving me stuff. So I just started giving them money. I didn't know what was going on. So I never owned pawn shops. So I don't understand how I'm involved with pawn shop business.
You were working for the pawn shop, Kelly, at the time,
I never got paid, though.
And then you
befriended
befriended
someone. I just stand in pawn
someone.
shop and people would give me stuff.
Yes, you would stand there, and the good citizens of this fine country would come in and seek your services, and you would buy them, their items, and sell them to them. And you built up relationships, didn't you, Mr. Chan?
Oh, I did. The bikers and
Yes.
other people.
Yes, beautiful relationships, Your Honor, beautiful relationships. Did you ever meet a man called Natalius or Nitaly or whatever his name is?
I believe so. So many people, they are just looking alike to me.
Yes, well, particularly apparently a Mr. Nat. He wanted something that you didn't sell over the counter, did he?
Oh, you talk about that guy. Oh, yeah, yes. So, I come from North Korea. I grew up in concentration camp. I don't know your ways, American ways.
Yes.
But there was no law book, so I did not understand what was going on until recently.
Quite
But,
true,
this
Your Honor.
Nat guy, he came to me. He said he wanted cocaine, so he my friend. So I went and went and found him some cocaine.
And
which
you'd
I
never
gave
done
to
this
him.
before, had you, Mr. Chan? You were a very legal citizen. Yes.
All I did was just find him some cocaine
Yes.
that he wanted.
And
which
a
I assumed was
legal
medicine.
citizen he was, until the police, Your Honor, made him buy this, because what he didn't understand was Nat was an undercover cop. He entrapped him in this,
He was
this
undercover
transaction.
cop, yes.
Yes, you know this now. You're objecting to Nat being an undercover cop? Okay, we can go home, people. He's just a normal person.
Objecting to the definition of entrapment.
The definition of entrapment, your sir, is a man befolding another man and then entrapping. Yes.
Entrapment is when the police department forces another person to commit an illegal activity and then arrests them for that illegal activity.
Didn't you force him into a contract?
Sell to him.
Continue with your questioning. Legal aid, please continue.
Did the police not enforce you into a contract after you bought this man the drugs that he requested from your store?
Yes, I went and I found some drugs from some people. I don't know their names, but they're pretty dark in color and wore pepper clothes. But I purchased that stuff from them to give to Nat because he said he needed it. So he was my friend.
Yes, he was your friend at the time. He befriended you over the course of weeks. You thought
Yes,
you
he
were safe with
manipulated
this
me.
man. He manipulated you, and then bam, he entrapped him, Your Honor, into a life of crime. That is entrapment of the highest caliber. Disgusting in America. Then what happened after that, after you were signed into this illegal contract, Mr. Chan?
So they wanted me to buy guns or something from the motorcycle club, but
Guns.
those are just innocent
Guns. Oh.
motorcycle enthusiasts that
Mr.
just
Chan.
work at a clubhouse and hang out together. Good people that help
have you-
out the kind citizens of Los Santos.
Have you
at
ever
all
bought
times.
guns before, Chan? Have you ever bought guns before this situation?
Actually, no. I found a van full of guns one day, and I brought them to my shop just that way they would be out the street. I did not realize I was supposed to inform the police that I had them. If I had known.
No,
that
why would you
van
have
full
to
of
inform the
guns-
police? This is
I
America,
don't-
is it
like
not?
I said, I
Second
did not know
Amendment.
the laws. So I just
Yes.
assumed, I need to get these things off the street. So that's what I did. I just kept them inside something that was not even a part of the pawn shop. They were part of my personal living space. It was pretty much I guess you could say my house.
Yes,
It was not
yes.
actually ever inside the pawn shop that the police allegedly said I was selling guns and drugs through. Once again, I do need to clarify, I never actually owned that pawn shop. I just stood behind the counter and people just started giving me stuff. And I just gave them money from cash register.
And what about
I
this
don't know what's
officer?
going on.
What about the officer Nat, Mr. Chan? When was the last time you saw him? After you gave him the cocaine, or did you see him after
No,
that?
he forced me into go to a police station and forced me to sign some documents and said if I don't sign, I go to prison for a long time. Once again, I do like to clarify, I never owned pawn shop, but he tried to take pawn shop from me. I
That
just
is
worked there
entrapment.
because nobody else worked there. I didn't know what was going on, but lucky enough, owner came finally and he run a pawn shop.
And the last time you saw Nat, you were good together. You had a nice conversation.
Oh, yeah.
You were
Like I
healthy.
said, he tried to. I saw him at the motorcycle club, and then I went off on my own business, and that's the last time I saw him again.
No further questions for Mr. Chan, Your Honor. I think we've built a timeline of his life and what he does here in this country and how he was entrapped and corrupted by this terrible people.
Las Santos, please, do you have any questions, Mr. Chan?
Yep.
Please proceed.
Hi, Mr. Chan.
Mr. Kelly Chan, to you, please.
I got a few questions for you.
Of course, Chief. What the...
You said so your defense for being in the pawn shop is illegally trespassing and just taking items from people without working in.
Oh, I put the items all in the back of the pawn shop. I figured once the owner get there.
Objection, Your Honor. There was never a illegal trespassing charge brought against him by the owners of the place.
Is it his own admission?
It's not his own admission. He was working there. He would have to have illegal trespassing by the owner.
Takes note of your objection. Please
yes.
Proceed, Chief.
So, as your lawyer just said, you were working there at the pawn shop, taking in these illegal items.
I did not know they were illegal. I did not see a law book until it was published last week.
A week,
I didn't know what I was doing was illegal.
Ignorance of the law is not a defense to violating the law.
What?
Yes.
But if there's no law,
if there's no law to be ignorant of, objection, Your Honor.
Mr. Chan, please listen to the questions, then answer them once he is completed. Proceed.
So proceeding. So when the police department arrived and was speaking to you, or let's say our CI Nat was speaking to you, why did you agree to buy illegal drugs?
Objection, Your Honor. He was forced into a contract. He didn't agree to buy illegal drugs.
I have reviewed this contract.
Yes.
And I have seen the wording in there. And I will not allow that objection at this time. Please proceed.
So, Nat, he came to me and said he needed drugs. I figured he just had a drug problem, probably from working on the police force. Did you know 40% of police officers are domestic abusers? But I
would like to object to him bringing in outside facts of a survey that was racially motivated in Baltimore in the 1980s, is what he's referring to.
All right. But so officer, I don't even remember his last name, but he wanted me to give him cocaine. So I tried to be good friend. So I went and picked him up cocaine. Then I gave it to him for the amount of money I paid for cocaine. So I did not even make profit off of that. I just gave him cocaine because that's what he wanted. Have you ever done something for your friends? Have you?
Continuing. So then, upon our investigation as well, and us raiding your pawn shop and house, or the subsection of the pawn shop, because you had to store items in the basement area. Why did we find a bunch of fully automatic weapons in your storage area?
Again, Your Honor, objection. The weapons were not classed as illegal at the time because there was no law book stating that they're illegal. Second Amendment dictates that he could have those weapons. He is allowed to bear arms.
I shall allow the officer to proceed.
The Firearm Safety Act signed in 2003 has banned fully automatic weapons.
Oh, I did not know that. I just came here from North Korea concentration camp. But like I said to my lawyer, I just found a van full of fully automatic weapons. I did not know who I should do with those things, so I just put them in my storage unit until I could understand what they were. I had no idea that they were illegal.
So, and what were your plan to do with these illegal weapons?
Oh, just keep them there. I actually never sold a single one of those weapons. As the police have claimed I had sold these guns. I just, like I said, I found a van. I moved them into my pawn shop. Well, not my pawn shop, but, my house behind the pawn shop. So that way they would be out the street. I was so worried about those guns getting into the wrong hands, such as the police officers who use them to hurt innocent people.
I'd like to remind the officer, Your Honor, that possession is 9/10 of the law in the U.S. He is allowed to have whatever he finds, provided no one comes forward and challenges his claim. As the
Continuing.
9/10 of the law.
Anyways, Kelly Chan, was there anybody with you when you found this van?
I don't really remember. It so long ago. Plus, I had so many head injuries since that incident that I don't recall anybody being with me.
Okay. Well, what if I told you there was somebody with you when you found these weapons?
Well, this evidence would need to have been submitted before the court case when was
Everything has
asked.
been submitted to you multiple times.
And it isn't in the file multiple times, and we have actual recordings of this. Your Honor, I was told that I would be here for a just cause reference. You said that I would have. You said I would have all the evidence. He is submitting evidence that wasn't in the files. Yes. Well, reverie, corruption at the highest point.
Can you please confirm on what section of the evidence?
Yes.
Referring to a picture of Kelly Chan outside a vehicle that says Bug Stars on it, and then there's a picture of the inventory of that the trunk of that vehicle that shows multiple rifles.
Those photos could have been taken at the time of the raid, Your Officer.
These are not taken. You can see a building in the background, which is not in the area of the pawn shop. And Kelly Chan is seen looking in the vehicle in an area that appears to be outside the city.
Who was else in the picture with me?
No one, it's just you, so it points
So you
to
just
someone else
said
was taking the picture.
Yeah.
What? That makes zero sense.
You make 0 sense of your own statement, Mr. Winters. You just said that he had somebody else.
This is not your cross-examination side.
What you say?
Yeah, but I am objecting.
Order. I will have order in this court. Mr. Winters, please clarify for the court once again which evidence you are referring to, and please direct your question clearly to Mr. Chan.
If I would stop being interrupted, I would be glad to. So, in the picture, you can see Mr. Chan looking in a vehicle. So, which points that someone had to take that picture of him doing this, which points to there being more than just Kelly Chan at this location.
That doesn't prove that there was more than Kelly Chan taking photographs, Your Honor. I can stand outside of McDonald's and take photographs of school children if I so chose to. It doesn't prove that I'm with the school children, now does it?
And
in Korea,
Mr.
it's
Judge,
legal.
I am also getting word that multiple people in this courtroom are using their phones and trying to give an outside influence in this case. So I would request that you prevent people from using their phones.
Yes,
No, all the
anyone
evidence.
using their phone, you shall be removed from the court. Now, please proceed with your questioning.
Alright. Continuing.
I don't have a phone anyway. I gave it to that man over there who's poor and looks like a village people. Carry on, Mr. Winters.
What is your question, Chief? What did you say?
Sorry, I will translate for you, Mr. Chan. I know English is hard for you.
Can we
He
bring
said
this man
you
in
were
order?
you were with another man next to your van.
Just allow him to translate.
That's the question. There's someone
nothing to
else.
translate.
Someone
So
else was
is
with you
someone
at the van.
else in picture with me?
No, he said there must have been somebody with you at the van.
Who was with me at the van to take picture of what was inside the van?
That is what we're asking you, Mr. Chan. But
So how do
there's
police
nobody.
have this evidence? They just find picture of something that could easily be faked by Photoshop? I can have an 8-year-old kid do that Photoshop,
Mr. Chan,
which is
it
obviously
seems that you
what
do
happened.
not have an answer for the officer.
Because the question makes zero sense.
So just like to put it down that he's avoiding the question.
He's not avoided the question, Your Honor. He's answered 3 times that no one was with him. And we've also told you that people have, can take photos. Yes, Mr. Supreme
No
Chan.
one with me.
Now we silence the
like I said,
witnesses.
I find van. I take van to my building behind the pawn shop because I saw it full of evil weapons. I did not want the sweet, innocent people of Los Santos get shot by these guns that are so
I believe we've
dangerous.
answered Winter's
So in
questions.
some ways,
Mr. Erex, please allow
I am a
him to
hero.
speak.
I am a hero to this city, and the police, of course, did not do their job to keep these guns off the streets. So they blame me for their incompetence.
So, Kelly Chan, you state that we did not keep these guns off the street, correct?
Obviously, I am the one that found them.
So,
I put them in a safe place until the police came. Then tried to say I was trying to sell these guns
all right.
to the innocent people of Los Santos.
Okay, thank
they
you.
could not do their job.
Thank you.
But,
All right,
you're
so
welcome.
continuing on with this. So before we conducted the raid of your pawn shop, we obtained a sale order from a illegal weapons transaction of you ordering 13 micro SMGs. How do you explain that?
I do not see no order.
I'm
of
sorry,
micro
10
SMG.
micro
Jeez.
SMGs and 2
So
assault
you
rifles.
don't even know where these numbers coming from? 2 assault rifles, 13. What? Why would I need to buy those things?
I stated it was 10 micro SMGs for a sale price of $145,000, and then 2 assault rifles for the sale price of $78,000.
2 assault rifles. Are you sure it's 2 assault rifles I buy something for?
This is what we have
Allegedly?
noted down.
Huh, interesting, because I never purchased such things. In fact,
And then
anybody could have. Where did you find this document?
We found these same rifles and illegal weapons in your inventory of pawn
So
shop
on the
and house.
document, it said order for Mr. Kelly Chan Pawn Shop, 10 SMGs and 2 assault rifles. Is what you're saying?
Yes, it literally says sales. Please keep up to date. Make sure to use same format. Kelly Chan, 10 times micro SMG equals 145,000.
So
Kelly
this
Chan,
this
2
could
times
just be an
assault rifle
example, is
equals
what you're saying.
$78,000. There's other sales on here as well.
So
You are towards
obviously,
the bottom.
This was an example one because it was the first one. Obviously, maybe somebody made a mistake.
Your
and put my
duty is
name
to
on it.
answer the questions, not ask questions about this evidence. That is your lawyer's job.
I don't even remember even seeing this evidence.
It
being
was
turned into my
submitted.
lawyer.
It was submitted to you,
Yes,
Mr.
I'm
Chan.
looking at
And
this
as we
evidence.
said at the time, Kelly Chan was running a pawn shop, and there was no legal representation on what rifles could and could not be sold from his pawn shop, sir. We are in America. The Second Amendment right still stands. I know you have told me about the 1980s fucking aliens, but yes, they don't exist.
Mr. Erection, I will ask you to watch your language.
I'm sorry.
So how
You
many
are on
times
your
are we
final
going?
warning.
All right.
I don't only,
So-
like I said, I don't even own pawn shop. And I found those weapons in a van on the side of the street. Just because, where did you find these receipts? Because those receipts make 0 sense. Because I never purchased anything for anybody. I don't even have any money. Like I said, I am just an immigrant in this great country that found weapons on the streets that the police couldn't even find themselves. And I put them away so that no one in the streets of Los Santos would be hurt because of the
All right.
incompetence
That's
and the
enough.
corruption.
I'll continue on to my
of the
other
police.
question.
Mr. Chan,
Once
please
again,
do. Mr.
You're
Chan,
welcome.
Mr. Chan,
So,
please
continuing.
do stick directly answering the question.
Oh,
We do
yes,
not
I
need to
was
hear
there.
a life story about the events. Please proceed.
all right,
yes, go ahead.
continuing again before I get interrupted again. So, additionally, when was the time you saw Nat?
I don't know.
You mean you don't know? You had testified on it before.
Did I?
Yes.
What did I testify on? Meeting that?
That he wanted to get cocaine.
Oh, so your officer loves using cocaine?
Not the relevant part of this question. I'm asking you, how many times have you met Nat?
Let's see. I met him after he committed a bank robbery with the borrowers. Let's see. What else did I meet him? When he wanted to buy cocaine from me. Back when he worked at the Benny's car store. I met him there too.
Can you settle down?
And let's say when he said he wanted to put some things into my storage unit, so I gave him keys to my personal storage unit, and showed him like, hey, these are some things that I found on my journey as an American citizen, such as these weapons, all this dirty cash on the ground. I showed him everything. It's like, I don't know what to do with this. So then that's when he took me outside and arrested me for something I even showed him. Like, hey, I found all this stuff. What do I do? Then he arrested me for that crime of having dirty cash.
Yep,
I say
speed it up.
dirty cash.
Mr. Chan, thank you.
Weapons.
Mr. Chan, yes.
All right. So, is there a time you saw him after that?
Oh, yes, after he showed to me that he was actually a police officer, he took me to an interrogation room and tried to make me say that the motorcycle club was selling illegal weapons, which was ridiculous because they're just a motorcycle club.
No, don't get off track.
have a
Just stay
bar.
on the question.
Oh, yeah, so I was telling you the story of what
Mr.
happened.
Chan.
Oh, so then he forced me to sign some documents
Mr.
saying
Chan.
that I owned a pawn
Mr.
shop.
Chan.
Yeah?
The officer's question was relating to when you last saw the officer. The simple answer would be the police station.
Oh, I thought you wanted to know what happened in the police station.
No,
You wanted
just
detail.
I will.
You saw him at the police station, Jan, and that's the
Oh,
last
yeah,
time
yeah,
you
I
saw
saw him
him.
at the-
Winters.
Actually,
the lawyer is feeding information and is advising him how to answer a question. That cannot
Actually,
be
the
allowed.
last time I saw him,
Mr. Chan.
I think I was at the
Chan.
motorcycle club. I swung by to say hello to my friends, and that was the last time I saw him.
So, so you're saying that was the last time you saw him?
Yeah, I went to say hello to my friends, and then I went on my own way.
So then why do we have a shell casing of you up at the biker hangout where he was last seen? And
That's
and
a
killed?
simple answer, Officer Winters. So I went to there's a ammunition not too far from there.
Yeah.
I had lost my weapons due to the illegal police stealing my guns. So I went and purchased myself a legal pistol because I'm a law-abiding citizen. So I purchased that weapon. I just want to make sure it works. And being that we're outside city limits and on private property, which I assumed was private property, I could just make sure the gun works. So I shot gun a couple times. Then went about my business to go to the mountains. I purchased that weapon because there's evil creatures up there, like a Bigfoot.
So, why didn't you use the firing range inside the shooting store?
Oh, the firing range, only the one in the city. I was nowhere near the big city. I was all the way up in Sandy Shore.
It is noted that all ammunition stores do not have a firing range, Your Honor. Only the one in city has a firing range.
Yes, I'm well aware.
So going back to this document you're stating that forced you to sign, what would you say if myself and Sergeant Volt were out standing outside the door and overheard the conversation?
Okay.
Well, obviously, you're going to cooperate
Come towards
anything
me,
that is
Secret
said
detector.
due to your corruption.
Can you hear me?
All right. And then so what did this contract state?
Honestly, my English
yeah,
is not
very
so good,
quiet.
so I have no idea what I signed.
Right, if you just follow me through.
You just normally sign things without reading?
They strong on me. This Officer Nett said if I did not do this, he'll send me to prison for a long time, even though I barely speak English and I can't even read English.
Did you disclose any of that?
I assumed he would know, but I once told him before I just got here from North Korea. I was born and raised in concentration camp because of evil totalitarian governmentship, much like the Los Angeles Police Department.
This isn't Los Angeles.
I said Los Santos, so sorry.
This EMS is acting really suspiciously. Just walked up to the door, didn't say a word, and walked away. Be advised.
All right.
Mr. Winters, do you have any further questions?
And then my last question is, why have you been on the run if you think you didn't do anything wrong?
Oh, why have I been on the one? Oh, that's simple. The police officers have been known to beat and even sometimes attempt to kill people that go against their will, much like the communist government of North Korea. That is all.
That actually brings up one more question. So when you signed this document, it was explained to you verbally, and when you asked if you had any questions, you stated no.
That's because I don't understand English that good. I'm sorry
You
that
don't-
my lack of English language, because
But
I'm
you're
a
under-
legal immigrant, yeah, that you use that against me. So
But
sorry, Your
you're
Honor.
understanding
I
my
can't help that I
questions
not
here.
know English. I'm North Korean.
But you're understanding my questions here. Is that correct?
Objection, Your Honor. He was forced into a contract that he didn't need to know the ins and outs
Mr.
of.
Erex, I thank you for your objection. Is there
So?
any further questions you have for Mr. Chan?
I'm just clarifying that he can understand me now. Because if he can't understand me, then we obviously need to get a translator here. The entire court case needs to be put to the side until we get a translator.
I have to take time to understand you, but you speak so slowly and almost retarded like that.
Southerners, you know, he's from the
I
Southern, Mr.
understand
Chan.
you.
Yes, it's a similar place to those McCracken boys. They're quite hard to understand.
Heard about those McCracken boys. That'll be
The
all.
court has one question for the police before you retire.
Yep.
Is there any photographic evidence of where the shell casing was found, or as such the locations?
There is none of that, but
Thank
for
you. You may be seated. Mr.
I
Chan,
request you silence the gallery.
also may be seated, and I will have order.
Does the defense have any more questions for me?
No, Mr. Chan, you may come sit down. Please, sit down. It's good.
Thank
It's
you.
good for
Thank
you.
you so much.
Legal aids, do you wish to bring forth another witness?
Not at this moment in time, sir, but why don't we bring forward the officer
I was
in question?
informed that I was running this court. Do you have
Well,
any witnesses?
I do, but you seem to have changed the fucking form in which we spoke about
The
at your
format
office.
was discussed.
Yes, it
twice
was, and
with
you've
you.
changed it.
Mr. Erection, if I do
Miss-
not have order, you will be removed from this court.
I was told that this would be a just
Say this
cause
about the
case.
17th warning
This
we've gotten.
has been stated twice now that the format was discussed with an officer
Yes.
present and yourself in fairness, and I also gave you the time of day to review it again today
Yes.
with myself.
And we said that Officer Demick would go first to give context to all his
The
stuff.
statement was provided.
Well, fine, I want to call my witness. Officer Demick, please get to the stand. Come on, Lieutenant. Well, whatever his rank is, come on. Hello, Officer Demick.
Valley one muscles.
Judge, again, I'm trying to request you to silence the witnesses over there.
Yes, we will have order here.
Now, Officer Demick, why don't you tell us from start to finish your story and how you ended up accusing my client here of a man that may or may not even be dead. Who knows? And nobody's been found.
It's a rather long-winded story, so do you have any precise questions for me? Because we could be here for hours and everything was in the statements that were given as evidence.
Well, you know, you need to give your side of the story, you see, sir. So why don't you start from start to finish?
I thought we were in a court of law, not a storytelling scenario.
Yes, it is a
Yes,
court of
indeed.
law,
If you
so...
could provide a short version of the
Short,
accounts,
yes.
those involved have been informed of your statement, so we do not need to
Objection.
go over all details.
What is your objection?
You're requesting a witness to skim past details to give a brief overview of a
Those
statement.
involved have already reviewed the full statement. I do not wish to be sat here for hours.
Right, well, we'll start with the alleged killing of this UI then, Mr. Demick. You were the first officer on scene.
I was.
And what did you see when you got to this, the scene?
I saw a few things. I had one member, actually 3 members, dressed as the Lost Motorcycle Club, so they had their club vest on. One, which I recognized on the ground, unconscious, as Sergeant Orcus of the LSPD. Another male, which I put in cuffs, and I'll have to review my notes and give you a name, but it was part of disclosure. And the third one is the person I believe to be Mitchell King, that was standing next to the unconscious body of Sergeant Orcus. When I got there, I immediately put the third person in handcuffs, and I drew my service weapon and asked Mr. King to comply with my lawful order to stop and put his hands up and to cease and desist. That was not met with any type of compliance, and he proceeded to load the unconscious body of Sergeant Orcus into the pickup truck and fled at high speed in a westbound direction, or southwestbound
Did
direction.
he not tell you that he needed to get him to a hospital at the time?
No, that was told to me later on by the person that was in handcuffs, that quote unquote, we take care of our own, and we will drive him to the hospital. Now,
Right.
of note, when I got there, and he was leaving with Sergeant Orcus, who was unconscious, there was a paramedic that was on scene. So I didn't fully understand as to why he would be leaving the scene of a traumatic injury of some sort. Obviously, the
I
person's
don't remember a
unconscious.
paramedic being wrote in these notes, sir.
Oh, there was a paramedic on scene that arrived shortly after.
That's you saying that, but in your notes
Yeah,
and
I'm saying
everything,
it.
when you were
That's
asked
correct.
this week about the paramedic, you said there was none. There was just you and the man in handcuffs.
And Orcus and King, and a paramedic that arrived at the same time as King fled.
Okay, and then what happened after this? So where did you see Kelly Chan in the whole of this? Because you haven't mentioned him once. Was he even present at this whole altercation?
So Sergeant Orcus had supplied me with the motorcycle club's radio frequency number.
Judge, I'm going to interrupt.
Yes?
The defendant just sent out a tweet stating that the police department are changing the stories.
So yes.
No electric communications in this courtroom. Mr. Chan.
Oh, I didn't understand. Okay.
Who spoke? At the back.
A computer up here, but there's a computer right here, a monitor.
This is no electronics. You're not allowed to use it.
Right, so anyway, carry on, Mr. Emperor.
Can we remove this witness, or I mean this person in the gallery who's
No.
interrupted?
If there's any further interruptions throughout this court hearing, there shall be no more warnings.
So you were given a frequency.
I was given the frequency of the Lost Motorcycle Club to monitor covertly, while Sergeant Orcus facilitated a weapons trade between the defendant and the Lost Motorcycle Club. I was parked a short distance away in an unmarked vehicle where I covertly monitored the frequency. There was a lot of calls made. Mitch, do you copy, Mitch? Where are you, Mitch? Do you have an update, Mitch?
Yes.
And the reason why I was monitoring that frequency is that Sergeant Orcus told me that if something would go amiss, the radio would probably light up, and that would be my cue to move in to either effect an arrest or to help him in case of distress.
You still haven't said where Mr. Chan is
Hold-
in all this.
You wanted me to tell a story? I'm telling a story, so please hold, okay? I'm getting there. At one point, it was mentioned on the radio, somebody transmitted that the wire had been removed and all recording equipment had been removed. Now, if the reason why I bring this up is because if we rewind after Mr. Chan signed the contract at the LSPD headquarters, I was present when Sergeant Orcus wired him with a recording device in order to proceed with that weapons transaction. So I knew immediately that if Mr. Chan, who was wearing the wire at that point, on the radio of the Lost was then obviously, it was said that the wire had been removed. So that was my cue to go in because something had gone wrong because he was not supposed to remove the wire. We're supposed to retrieve that information
That
after the
doesn't prove
transaction.
that Kelly Chan was at the scene, though, sir.
Yeah,
that just
I'm getting
says
there,
that
buddy.
he took his wire off.
If he can stop interrupting the witness.
That'd be great. That'd be awesome.
If you could stop interrupting the court proceedings, Chief, I'd appreciate that as well.
I'd
Continue.
appreciate if you hold the judge accountable and also just remove this guy who just left in the gallery now against your direct order.
You have officers in the court to enforce order.
Well, you stated you were going to remove people who
Mr.
just
Winters,
disrupted. I'm
if I
holding
hear
you to
another
your
word
account.
out your bloody mouth during this court proceeding right now, unless you are asked to speak, you will be removed.
Then remove these people in the gallery right now.
Officer,
Or I'm going to file for mistrial right now.
Just shut up.
Oh, please remove these people.
Officer, please step forward from the back. Mr. Erection, if you would kindly wait for her asking
Yes,
further
yes,
questions.
yes.
Officer, if you should hear any more speaking in this court when they are not being questioned, I would ask that you immediately remove them. Is that clear?
That's clear, Your Honor.
Thank you. Mr. Erection, you may proceed.
Now carry on, Demick, which is your story. A wire was removed and you went in.
That's Lieutenant Demick. Yes, so I arrived on scene shortly after hearing that on the radio that the wire had been removed, and that's when the initial scenario that I went through, what I saw occurred. Now, after the second officer arrived on scene, which was Officer Demavel, Xander Demavel, showed up second on scene. He took charge of guarding the person that was in handcuffs, and what I did is I went to try and find the crime scene because we did not have blood on the beach where we found Sergeant Orcus. I went to the back to the Lost Motorcycle Club, and there I found Sergeant Orcus's abandoned vehicle. I found Mitchell King's abandoned Mustang, and I also found belongings from Sergeant Orcus, a bunch of blood on the ground, and then I started looking around and I found shell casings on the ground that were ballistically matched to the defendant. So that would, and the shell casings were still warm. They were not cold at that point, so therefore, which means the firearm had been discharged in a quite in the latest time fashion, which means they were still fresh and lukewarm to the touch, aka they were freshly discharged in this parking lot.
I
And
have
there was
a
about
witness
there was a full
statement
magazine
from
full
Xander
of
there
bullets.
saying that you couldn't
Excuse me?
identify the bullets. Xander's statement said this.
I have not been disclosed Xander's statement, nor did he provide the police with a statement of his actions as a police officer. I don't know if he refused to do so, but he did not provide any type of statement, so I'm not familiar with what you're saying.
Yes, I do want it noted, Your Honor, that Xander is also a uncredible character due to some recent crimes that he has committed.
Yes, background checks have been completed. Thank you. That will be noted.
So the casings were warm, and how could you link these gun casings directly to Chan?
They were ballistically matched, Mr. Chan. The ballistics are stored in our police computer.
With the fingerprints and everything? Because it
Yeah,
was
Mr.
said
Chan-
that a baller was nearby who shouted the word baller, and then the shots were fired. Kelly Chan claims he wasn't even there, and that those bullets were found many, many days later.
I believe that Kelly Chen just testified that he was actually in the parking lot believing to be private property and discharged 2 bullets to test his new weapon he bought down the
Yes,
street.
a couple
What I'm
of
saying
days
is I
earlier.
found... Oh, yeah, so what I'm saying is that I found warm, bullet casings to the tune of 1 full magazine discharge in the parking lot next to blood, a smashed up vehicle belonging to Orcus, an abandoned Mustang belonging to Mr. King, aka a crime scene.
I see. Well, thank you for your statement, Your Honor. We have no further questions for Mr. Demick.
Thank you. You may be seated. Santos, please, would you like to further the statement of the officer?
Yeah. All right, Lieutenant, can you describe how did we come to the conclusion that Kelly Chan was trafficking weapons inside his pawn shop again?
I had been handling, along with Sergeant Volt, Sergeant Orcus's undercover work. Sergeant Orcus infiltrated the Lost Motorcycle Club, became one of their active members, and also had access to their files, namely the document that was mentioned earlier. The document contained a cell list of weapons. That cell list contained the name of Mr. Chan, based on the product that were described earlier with the assault rifles and the Uzis. Also, Sergeant Orcus was present when Mr. Chan took delivery of those assault rifles that were inside that van described earlier, and did supply pictures of that as well to myself, which was then linked obviously to the intel file that we were running on Mr. Chan and the at that point alleged weapon trafficking that was going on. We knew from Sergeant Orcus that the weapons were being moved into the pawn shop storage at the back of the pawn shop, and that the pawn shop was being used as a front for fencing in stolen goods and also selling weapons. And obviously when we obtained a warrant and raided the pawn shop, obviously when we went into the back storage area, this is where we found the dirty money, all the weapons, and a bunch of fenced off stolen goods, which corroborated the intel file that we had and the information given to us by Sergeant Orcus.
And inside that inventory, do we find any weapons that are only solely associated with police officers?
Yes, we did find a Mark II carbine, and also we did find a taser. And we believe, well, actually not we believe, but we retraced those weapons through serial numbers as those belonging to Sergeant Volt. And there was an incident at the pawn shop where Sergeant Volt had been assaulted by members of the Lost Motorcycle Club and had his weapon stolen when he was unconscious.
Okay. And then, additionally, in those pictures where we show the assault rifle inside the vehicle, do we know who took those pictures? You may have
Sergeant
mentioned it
Orcus
before.
took the pictures. That was Sergeant Orcus that took the pictures. Sorry, I don't know if you heard.
No, sorry, my voice box broke for a second. And so, and in those pictures, who is seen by the exact same vehicle that has the inventory shown with the illegal weapons in it? Who is seen by the vehicle just prior to that inventory picture?
That would be Mr. Chan.
And is Mr. Chan the one in this courtroom?
Correct. He's the one standing next to Mr. Sean.
And, you know, when he signed this contract with Los Santos Police Department, was there any force or any entrapment or anything like that to get him to sign it?
I was present in the room with Sergeant Orcus when the contract was signed, and the contract was explained to him. And then he was given the option. It's either, you know, there's two ways you can go about this. You can take your sentence for everything that's going on, or if you don't want to do your sentence, we can offer you a deal, but you will have to give us something in return. That's when the contract was presented to him. So he did sign that contract, not under duress, and in from what I believe, he fully understood the type of contract he was getting into. In fact, shortly after he signed the contract, we immediately started working on the deal to try and get the weapons from the Lost Motorcycle Club, and we wired him immediately. So he knew what to expect. He didn't resist wearing a wire either.
Objection, Your Honor. That is the definition of
Forced it up
entrapment.
my ass! They forcibly put a wire up my ass!
Objection, Your Honor. That is the definition of entrapment. They offered him a jail sentence, or he works for them. That is entrapment.
If we may continue.
Objection has been noted. I will allow you to proceed.
Put that
So
wire up my
this-
ass.
It's okay, Challenge.
So-
Let the witnesses talk.
Okay, apparently I'm the only one that gets told not to talk. All right, so continuing on. So with this contract, would have it benefited Kelly Chan?
Yes, his sentence for weapon trafficking and everything that happened in the pawn shop, which included drugs, weapons, and stolen goods, would have been expunged, and that would have been obviously him not having to serve any type of sentence in order for us to gather more intelligence on the Lost Motorcycle Club, because based on the intelligence that we had, we knew that the provenance of those weapons that were hitting Los Santos were coming from the MC Club. And so therefore we sought more information in order to build a bigger case file. So Mr. Chan would in fact trade intelligence for being expunged of a criminal record and not going to jail.
So it's safe to say this contract not only would have benefited him, but what the defense so-calls entrapment, this so-called entrapment, in quotation marks, would have actually benefited him and gotten him off pretty much scot-free.
Yes.
Objection,
So,
Your Honor. We
is
already
there-
said that the weapons were not his, and it does not. The contract in question does not benefit him in the slightest.
Ownership
How do you know
does
in the
not
pawn shop?
dictate legality. So even if you do not own the firearm, if you are in possession of it, possession is what we're talking about here. You don't need to be owner, you need to have possession.
Yes, and possession is 9/10 of the law. Yes, yes.
Mr. Erex on. Please proceed, Chief.
Those shorts. All right. And then continuing on. Lastly,
Forgot what I was going to say.
You're shooting blanks, Chief.
I think your voice box is cut out there, good man. Lastly.
Mr. Winters.
sorry about
You
that.
refuse to
Yeah,
speak.
it's fine now. All right. And then the last question just was, so not only would the contract would have benefited him, it would have got him off scot-free, and also it would have assisted in an investigation. What did he do immediately after this contract was signed?
Sorry, what did he do after immediately?
He signed the contract.
He got up and exited the room. He was wired by Sergeant Orcas and was immediately released. And Sergeant Orcas, along with Mr. Chan, started working with the Lost Motorcycle Club to get in a weapon exchange going for payment.
Okay. And when Orca was potentially murdered at the
Allegedly.
biker club up there, did we have an officer at the hospital waiting for him to arrive?
Yes, as soon as I heard the members say that we take care of our own and we're going to transport him to the hospital, and that's where we're going. We sent out, I sent out Sergeant Volt over to the hospital. Sergeant Volt arrived there in a fully marked police cruiser and waited. And no one ever showed up at the hospital with Sergeant Orcas.
And that goes
Objection,
against
Your
what...
Honor. There are multiple hospitals around Los Santos. They could have gone to any one.
And
Objection noted.
to counter that, there's only one level 1 trauma, which he would have to go to with the injuries that he sustained, being that he
None of the
was
MC members
down
are medical
unconscious.
professionals. They wouldn't know that.
Yes.
But he would have been transferred there by medical care at the hospitals.
Well, he wasn't transferred by Medical Chan.
Mr.
As
Erex,
it
there's
was
no
noted,
need for
sir.
further questions. Your objection has been noted.
Good, sir.
All right,
Good.
That is all the questions I got.
Thank you. you. Is there any further questions for the officer?
Actually, yes, there quite is, Your Honor. If you don't mind, may I ask some questions to Officer Lieutenant Dimwit?
Wait, will you be asking these questions?
Yeah, I'll ask these questions for on
Oh,
behalf
wait,
of Kelly Chan.
can you ask Officer Dimwit, how many assault rifles were allegedly sold to me?
Yes, Mr. Demick, could you answer Kelly Chan's questions of the number of rifles that you found and were sold to him? From the
Because
paperwork.
according to the reports from Chief Winters, I was sold 2 assault rifles, yes?
Chan, yes, it's okay.
Chan, you
You
settle
sold
down.
10.
I am
You
doing
may
your
return
job for
to your
you.
seat.
Can you please have a seat?
Who,
I would like to
who am I
represent
answering,
myself.
Your Honor? This is a bit of a zoo
Who's
here.
in charge here?
Sorry.
Who is the lawyer in this case?
He wants to
Please
know.
return to your seat. Please
You'll be cuffed
return.
if you do not return to your seat.
He wants to know about this alleged receipt that stated 10 guns. Was
Question,
that
actually, I said assault rifles.
assault rifles? Yes, assault rifles. 10 assault
You
rifles.
asked me the one questions that I want to ask. That's why I
Can
wanted
can
to do
can
the
you
talking.
confirm this alleged receipt of 10 assault
Sorry,
rifles?
I'm just trying to
exists?
swim through this verbal diarrhea just witnessed. What are we looking for answer-wise? What am I counting?
Can you account for a receipt that exists of 10 assault rifles?
10
my
assault
God.
rifles. No,
I
not
said-
10 assault rifles.
Not 10
Can
assault
I
rifles.
can account for 10 micro Uzis and 2 or 3
Order.
assault rifles.
Order.
He is Chinese, Your Honor.
Order.
Don't do anything if you don't do anything about it.
Order. This has already been reviewed and as such has been submitted in both case files sent to the legal aid and myself. Please move on to another question if you wish to do
But
so.
the photograph, which was provided
Mr.
to
Chan.
evidence, shows 3 assault rifles, not 2.
Chan, I will have you remanded here in court if you
You
continue
bring this up,
to
Jesus
interrupt.
Christ.
I did bring it up. He wants to know how many assault rifles were sold.
Which
We
I
were
believe
told
has been
10.
clarified.
No,
It
we're
hasn't.
told 2.
We've been told 2, and then the photograph is saying 3, and then that man over there is saying 4. So, Mr. Demick, can you confirm how many rifles?
Mr. Erection, I am trying to get a bloody answer. Would you settle
Oh,
down,
yes.
sir? Mr. Demick, may you please confirm the amount of weapons and type of weapons that involve this case today with Mr. Chan?
Yes, Your Honor. We recovered 3 assault rifles. If that's the number in question, we recovered 3 of them in the storage of the pawn shop.
Thank you.
Plus the officer's carbine, so that would be a 4th one. It is considered an assault rifle of a different type.
Thank you. Is there any further questions for the officer?
Can I tell my lawyer something real quick?
Yes.
Please proceed
All right.
quickly.
Chief Winters clearly stated that I bought 2 assault rifles.
Yes.
He didn't say I bought 3. Allegedly bought 2 assault rifles, even though this photograph shows 3. And there evidence of this officer net in front of a van that looks similar to a van which I'm standing in front of. In fact, I am nowhere in the photograph with this net guy that they said was actually trafficking arms himself. You understand me?
I see what you're trying to say. Yes, yes. So, my client wants to know why your chief was saying that he bought 2 rifles when there was only 3 in the photograph. He's claiming that he's not in the photograph, and that Nat couldn't be the one to take the photograph. Can you prove these statements?
The photographs were sent to me by Sergeant Orcus via messaging app. So, I mean, if you want to see the message history, I can gladly provide that to the court, but that will prove the provenance that the pictures were sent to me by Sergeant Orcus, and he did take them himself.
Thank you. Is there any other questions for the officer?
Yes, there is.
Well,
So the
whatever
chief,
question.
yes, the chief said that he had a receipt saying that I bought 2 assault rifles. How did they explain the 3rd assault rifle in this photo? That obviously they're trying to say I bought 3 in the photo, but only have a receipt for 2. So how am I allegedly buying weapons if all these numbers aren't even adding up? Sounds like incompetent.
Can you
Do you
answer
need me
how
to
the
answer?
receipt?
Can I answer how the receipt? Is that even a question, sir?
How do you
Mr.
want
Dimmick,
to
I
do?
believe he's asking you to clarify the difference between the photo and the receipt.
Okay, I'll have to review that if you give me a moment. I'm just going to pull out my paperwork.
This is a statement that your chief of police clearly stated. He said, I bought 2, according to the document, and clearly in his photo it shows 3 assault rifles. So
Number 2 is next to number 3 on a keyboard. Maybe he mistyped it. I don't know. Let me review.
If they mistyped that, what else did they mistype? Perhaps my name? Perhaps any evidence that he's been being brought into this court
I'm
case?
sorry. Who is the lawyer in this case?
Obviously.
Yes, indeed. Could we just have some order?
Did you have any of this evidence thrown out for the incompetence, please? They made a mistake on that. What else did they make mistakes on? Do your job.
Oh, yes, Your Honor. The photographs could have been tampered with. There's no actual proof that Orcus did actually send these photos to Demick. Allegedly. But it was, yes. Demick?
If you wanted to question the evidence, you should have done it prior to trial. It was all
Is
disclosed
there
to you.
any further questions for the officer not related to the receipt of weapons?
Do you have anything else
But, Your
to ask
Honor,
him?
the receipt of weapons clearly proves that these officers are incompetent.
Noted.
Okay, we can move on, Your Honor, to the next witnesses and such.
I want the evidence thrown out.
I don't think we can get it thrown out, dear boy. We have no further questions for the officer, Your Honor.
Mr. Dimmick, I thank you. You may be seated. Legal aides, do you have any other witnesses to bring forward?
Yes, I have Mitchell Shaw.
Very well, proceed.
I see you have a limp there, dear boy. You're okay.
Ah!
Oh dear.
Yeah, I'm gonna request a recess, a pause, real quick, due to a security issue.
Now's your chance.
Very well.
I believe there was just a gun stored in the courtroom here.
The court will be recessed until further notice.
All right. You need to get your shit together. If I'm doing this case work for you, you might as well pay me for doing your job.
Judge.
Now do your job.
I would just like to say that can you come over to the witness stand for 2 seconds? I want to speak to you about something that I witnessed in the
Your
court.
Honor, can you evacuate your chamber, please?
Judge, you need to see something that the police have tried handing us.
I believe they just picked up a gun out of the corner of the courthouse.
This is ridiculous.
Yeah, I saw the same thing.
Can you let me search you? Do you have any weapons?
Hey, Mitchell. Mitchell, look what the police have tried giving us under this fucking chair.
More corruption there.
Look, there's fucking money under this chair.
God, look, they're
Look
trying
at
to
it.
pay us off.
Look, the police are trying to pay us off. Someone take a picture of
You're
this.
stupid now, don't you?
Oh my gosh! Can you get a photograph of this, please? The police officers planted a
The
weapon
police know they're losing the
and
case, so
guns.
they're trying to fucking
Yes,
push
this is
it
okay.
all off.
They manufacture evidence.
Yeah, they know they're losing and they're trying to push it away.
Alright.
Never hurts them.
Put your hands up.
Full bag here.
You can put my hands up.
Put your
Suck
hands
my
up.
dick.
These men were
Shut the
searched
fuck up.
before coming in, Officer
We've been
Winters.
searched, you dickhead. What are you doing?
Look,
what's
Why
this
are you
assault?
I told you,
arrested?
put your hands up.
What are you doing?
Get the judge. Shut the fuck
What are you
up.
doing?
What on earth?
Put your hands behind your back.
For what?
No, fuck off.
Why
This
are
is
you
awful.
arresting
What are you
my
doing?
witnesses?
What are you doing?
Get the judge. Get the judge.
the judge.
It's out of control.
I'm
Get the
telling
judge.
them. I was
Get this
telling
out
them
of control
Get
mental
the
health.
judge.
we have a security
Look at this
threat.
monkey.
Get the judge.
Police officers in
And
this
they're
city
in the
are
witness
Shut the
stand.
fuck
Get the
up,
judge.
you little
My
prick.
head's
Get the
just been
judge.
smacked into this
much
fucking
like
wooden
the
Yes.
post.
concentration camps that I was
Hey,
Someone
you
take a
little
picture.
fucking- you little
Look at this
prick.
shit.
This is the police corruption.
Look at this
that I've
fucking
been
noodle
You little
arms. Get off
fucking
me.
They
knobhead.
falsified evidence.
Mate, stop spitting
Get
on
me
me.
that judge.
Yeah, fucking get me out of
Fucking
custody,
dirty
knobhead.
little prick.
They tried to suppress
Little
it by
fucking
planting a
muppet.
weapon onto
Yeah,
the
fuck
central
Wanted
school.
noted,
And
ladies and
tried to play
gentlemen,
them off.
Sit
Yeah,
down.
fuck
they're
off.
now
Get
trying
me the
to
judge.
arrest.
Get fucked.
Get me the judge.
Down or I'm putting you in cuffs again.
He's in
Yeah,
the
put me in
witness
fucking
stand.
cuffs. Go on,
Get me
do
out of
it.
these cuffs now, you fucking
Yeah, what are you doing that for, yeah? You little fucking
Fucking
knobhead.
fuck's sake.
Gentlemen, corruption at its finest.
Chief Winters is out of
This,
control.
Get me out of cuff.
He needs to be
They're
removed
trying to silence us.
immediately.
look. They're trying to silence us.
Get the videos, guys. Cameras.
Intimidation by weapons.
Corruption.
Keep in mind.
All right.
Has the matter been resolved?
Secure the area.
So,
So, the reason why we did this.
Yes, I'll bring my client here, sir. The witnesses are being a bit rowdy because they're being mistreated, Your Honor, by the police.
They were handcuffed due to security issue.
There's no security issues with the witnesses. They've already searched before coming in, so they shouldn't have a security issue.
Mate,
I will be filing the motus.
R2D2, do you know what I mean?
Alright, take me out of these cuffs then, Joe. I've just had my head smashed into this wood.
Your Honour, the police have tried paying us off.
Over there.
Yes.
You just hit me into this
Your
wood.
Honour, look under the
Mr. Chan, if you'd like to come with me.
Google Drive is all.
Oh, okay.
Sit down if it'd make you feel more comfortable.
Yes, please, can you sit down?
Is there any evidence of
Your Honour, get one of
such?
these baboons to take me out of cuffs, please.
What weapons have been found?
We cleared one cuff.
No weapons have been found.
What weapons have been found?
No weapons
What
have
gun
been
did we
found,
find?
so...
Mr. Chan, if you would just like to settle down over there.
I
help
found a
yourself to
50
drink.
caliber pistol.
That is outside of the PD.
It was found on the ground.
And was it in the courthouse room?
Yes.
Get me out of these cuffs.
And has it been removed?
Hold on.
It's been removed.
That is not my witnesses, Your Honor. They were searched before coming in.
And then one of them were
Where
also
was it
saying.
located?
Then one of them was trying to say they had a weapon on them when the witnesses were saying they had a
Where
weapon.
was it located, the weapon?
In
Which
the
area of the
courthouse.
courtroom?
It was, I believe, near the courtroom. Where was this weapon
Near the
recovered?
It's just fucking, it's unlawful.
Gentlemen, this court case
It
is
was
going
right
on
by the
along the
fire
nudge.
extinguisher.
I think we should be getting on with it and dealing with the
Yep,
witnesses
I
Shall
concur.
we? I
immediately.
just need to clarify where the weapon was found.
It was. It was found by the fire extinguisher in the lobby. And
In the
then
lobby,
we-
nowhere near my witnesses, Your Honor.
And then we saw people get up from their seats, go in the corner, hidden behind a pillar, and reach down and appear to pick something up.
Please ensure that there are no.
Well then,
weapons in
clear the
courtroom,
gallery
then report
and not
back
the
to me.
witness stands.
Yes, I say we get rid of the witnesses as they
not
were
the
making threats
witnesses.
against law enforcement.
Well, they will do when you threaten them and smash their head against some cuffs.
Give me a moment.
As you can hear them and they won't shut up.
Yes, because you have them in handcuffs like animals.
Because
I demand
they
you
said they had
release.
weapons.
They didn't. I never heard them once say they had weapons. That's false information, Your Honor.
He stated, one of the witnesses stated we put a gun on him.
Yes, that you put a gun on him. You put the
no
gun on
weapon
him.
was found on him.
Exactly.
I'm threatening
While
to
he's in
sue you
half
as well.
cuff.
What are you going to do about it?
So
It
witnesses
is
are now
becoming a
making
circus
threats and
out
being
there.
arrested.
Well, it's quite simple. We just clear the gallery of all the public and just stick
And
with
then
the
we get rid of the
witnesses.
two witnesses who.
No, that goes in your favor, doesn't it? Yes, this is
It
a
does
corrupt
not.
judge. Yes, it does. You don't want them to testify against you. I thought you were a man of honor, Chief Winters.
Law ain't gonna win.
Well, like a man of corruption.
Yes. Already showing that he's corrupt, Your Honor.
And this needs to get going because I can't stay much longer.
Yes, well, that's why I'm
Doesn't he
trying
want
to
to-
speed this
How
up,
was,
because, you
Old
know,
MacDonald's
my
Father's
voice
Day?
is also
Did you enjoy
hurting
that?
me in being in character.
I heard it was a bloodbath.
For this so damn long, yes. What the fuck has gone on, by the way, boys? Like,
Is the weapon being located outside?
Yeah, it's been removed and the witnesses.
right, well,
have
let's,
said they
let's
had a
get back
weapon
to
and
it.
lied.
Then we can go back and get
We
the
need to clear
witnesses
the
on the
gallery.
stand.
I will decide what action will be taken.
Suggestion number
Oh.
2.
I'll say you for reserve.
Can I have my witnesses unhandcuffed like they are some animals? Is the police that is animals?
Phone number.
Absolute
That's what I thought. Dickhead.
Fucking baboon in the white top. Get me out of these fucking cuffs.
Hold on, I'll get the baboon to
Hey,
take care of you.
you wanna?
Look at they
Get
keep
that
calling
fucking-
them my witnesses animals. They treat them like animals.
Animals, terrible.
Over there. What?
Oh,
Mate.
get one of these chimps to take my cuffs off. What
Order.
the fuck is
Bro,
Order.
I'm literally about to do my witness
He's
thing.
taking the witness stand, Mr.
You just
Winters.
this?
punched
What
the
is
law
this?
enforcement
Get
officer,
one of
he's
these
being
chimps to
arrested.
take my cuffs off.
Bro, I'm trying to do my statement. All you're doing is
Yes.
causing me harm. I didn't even mean to.
Excuse me, can you
Bro,
put
what
my
do you mean?
witness back? Right now.
After you just punched the law enforcement officer.
Yes, order in the court, Winters. I want this case thrown out. Look, it's clear corruption. The police are trying to, like, do things in their own manner.
Order. I I've been made aware that a
If they do it
weapon was
properly.
located outside of this courtroom.
Weapons
Yes, well, that has nothing to do with the witnesses. Your Honor, you were said coming in.
Why is
If I
this man?
could have a bloody moment to speak. Silence in the courtroom. The next person who speaks will be removed.
Sorry, I didn't mean to ignore you.
That man speaking, remove him.
I believe he's
It's outside the room.
courtroom.
It's outside the
My hearing
courtroom.
is very, very good. The weapon has been located. It was not located in this courthouse here. It was located in the lobby. Therefore, we shall be proceeding as normal.
Yes, well, can I have my witness unhandcuffed?
Why was this man handcuffed, please?
He was handcuffed because he assaulted me right
I
next to you.
accidentally. I didn't
Your
mean
Honor,
to.
I was
You
handcuffed
have assaulted
too. I was
him.
handcuffed too. I want that.
wasn't
I didn't mean to. It was a pure
Come
accident.
here as a witness.
Please
and I've been
remove
I went-
the handcuffs from this
I went to
gentleman.
go sit down,
Remove,
and you
the
know, you
biker
walked
had
near
to
me.
this
It's not
car.
my problem.
Probably need a medic. My head was smashed into this wood.
You may remove the handcuffs from the gentleman.
Thank you.
Please take
And
the
can you-
witness stand, Mitchell.
Please proceed
Mitchell,
to the
Your
witness
Honor.
stand. I do not want any more delays, young man.
No,
proceed
before
to the witness
before I
stand.
go to the stand, I want to show you something that they've tried to pay us off.
It's
Over
okay,
there, have a look
Mitchell.
have a look under that chair.
Just take the stand, Mitchell.
If you do not take the stand, you will be dismissed as a witness. This court shall resume as per normal. Mr. Erection, please proceed with your questioning for the witness.
All right, can you state your name?
My name is Mitchell Shaw.
And are you one of the members of the biker gang?
I am indeed.
And as you've heard from the police's statements, there was a altercation. As you can hear from the police's statements tonight, there's been an altercation outside one of your biker bars between a member of yours. Now, have you ever met a man called Nat or Natalius or whatever his name is? This undercover cop that they keep claiming.
Well, you see, it was a recent. He just brought a bike, you see, and you know he started hanging out with us for a bit. So we thought, John, let's give him a chance into our club because you know it's quite prestigious to get into one of these bike clubs. It's quite hard. So you know we thought we'd give him a shot, and yeah, that's how we first got to know him.
I see. And did you ever meet my client Kelly Chan? Maybe once or twice.
I do not recollect ever meeting Kelly Chan, apart from the one time I was at the bar, which was the day of the accident.
And he left quite early in the bar when he met you. He said he dropped by, said hi, and then left.
A good 5-10 before the accident. So we only just got there, you see, when Kelly Chan arrived.
I see. So what did you see when you arrived and such?
Well, when we arrived, it was just me and Mitchell King. You know, we thought, you know what, let's go grab ourselves a drink from behind the bar, go down and play some games on the good old console downstairs. So, you know, we're grabbing our drinks and we get it's an open bar so anyone can walk in. Mr. Kelly walked in. You know, we just spoke with him, you know, seeing how he is. I believe was a friend of the Mitchell.
Yes, Mitchell King.
Times. So, you know, just spoke to him, seeing how he's going. Probably there for about, I don't know, 15 minutes talking or so. Can't really remember the timeline exactly. You know, it was quite a distress. I was quite distressed when everything happened, so it's a bit warped. So, excuse me if I miss a couple minutes here and there.
That's fine. Yes.
But yeah, just chatting to him. Then he left, and we went downstairs and started playing games.
And Kelly left. You started playing games. Nat was in the club with you. Nat went upstairs, and then what?
Yeah, so Nat was already downstairs, you see. He was sleeping on the bunk beds downstairs. So, yeah, so we went down there. We disturbed Nat, and he didn't seem too happy. He's quite grumpy. So we stormed off upstairs.
So about like a couple minutes goes by, and we're like, you know what, let's go and grab another drink because by this point we'd finished them. So we're playing a game, but on FIFA, if you score, you got to take a drink, Like if you concede the goal, you got to take a drink. So, it was a pretty, both pretty shit at FIFA, so both conceded quite a few that game.
Yeah, it's quite a few drinks.
We went upstairs, about to, so we're walking up the stairs, and then there was shots fired, and we were like, "What's this?" And we struggled to open the door, you see, because we recently had new locks, and the keys aren't the best.
Quite heavy doors, yes, my old age.
So we're there trying to rush open the doors to get outside. The only thing I heard was someone shout "Ballers" as they drove off. We heard tires screeching, and someone shout "Ballers." And
Someone
gunshots.
shouting "Ballers!" Wow, would you look at that? There was another person there. Yes, and you didn't see this person, did you?
No.
No.
I was, like I said, I was literally trying to open the door, and we heard tires squeal, "Ballers," shots, all this.
And that
all the 9
goes
yards.
down. And then what happened leading up to your arrest? Because you were arrested by Officer Demick.
We've all got legal firearms, so first thing we do is we've heard shots fired, and we know our friend is around the area. So we pull out our firearms, run outside. The vehicle's fled at this point. We've got no sight on it at all. If you know the area or our property, we went out the back door, so we'd have no visual on the roads at all. So we went out the back door, saw Nat in his vehicle, just sat there, unconscious. In fact, he was outside of his vehicle at this point.
He's lying on the floor unconscious, and of course you and your friend...
So the first thing we did was we ripped his clothes off, and then started bandaging up his wounds to try, stop the bleeding as much as we could. He was not fatally wounded. He was shot to the arms and his shoulder, which I think he was probably side on when the attack happened. So
yes.
It was mainly just artificial wounds. It wasn't anything major. There was no entry points.
Nothing
to his
fatal
body,
to
hairs.
him. Yes,
No,
yes,
nothing
yes.
fatal.
So Officer
Can you shut up,
Demick
please? I'm
gets
trying to
there.
answer my statement.
So Officer Demick gets there, and you're arrested and charged with what?
I don't recollect. It was a pretty hefty list. I believe I had a warrant out anyway.
Yes.
But it was a pretty hefty list of fines. You can probably find it if you look at my MDW.
Yes.
But anyway, yeah.
Did you see Kelly Chan at this point in time when Nat went down?
No, Kelly Chan was well gone.
He's well gone by this time. And then you're in handcuffs, and Demick turns up, and then Officer Xander, I believe, turned up and took over custody of you, yes?
I also believe, going back to a statement that was spoke about, I believe Officer Volt, at one point, probably 20 minutes after I was arrested, because I was put in the back of a police car for about 40 minutes without water or food. Anyway, that's beside the point. I believe the Officer Volt did turn up to the crime scene, if I'm thinking of the right gentleman.
Yes.
Can I ask a question, Your Honor?
You may.
Mr. Chief, can you give a brief description of what Mr. Volt looks like?
It's not a cross-examination.
I can do that. I love Mr. Volt. He's a bald man, tall, handsome.
Does he also
and dark.
wear a jacket that says
Blue
CID on it
eyes.
sometimes?
Amazing muscles. God,
I'm
his
not
legs
sure
are
how this is
amazing.
relevant, but please do hurry along.
Well, in a previous statement, someone mentioned that Mr. Volt was sat at a hospital when he was actually at the crime scene. Anyway.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, yes, someone was saying Volt was waiting at the hospital. So, yes, which hospital did you take Nat to, by the way? There are many in Los Santos. Oh, no, you couldn't answer that, can you? Yes, you're not the driver. Sorry, I'm getting, there's two Mitchells, you see, I get you both mixed up. You both look like the village people. Has anyone
Is there
ever
any
told you
further
that?
questions that are relevant to this hearing?
Pretty much. I think we've answered them all. He's answered if Kelly Chan was there. Did you also... Oh, there's one more question, Your Honor. The sale of weapons. Did you ever sell any weapons to Mr. Chan?
Like I said, the only time I ever met Kelly Chan was at
the
bar itself.
bar? Ah, so you've never sold a single weapon to Kelly Chan. It's interesting that, because
That'll
they
be a
seem to
negative.
have... And when you do sell these weapons, I know you're a criminal, and we won't hold it against you, harsh life, economy, porn industry going in the toilet thanks to hentai. Do you ever give out receipts?
Well, I've never sold a single weapon in my life apart from a fucking water pistol when I was about 5 years old.
But let me just add, would a criminal normally write up a receipt for weapons?
Why the fuck would a criminal write up when they're fucking
A
done a crime?
receipt for weapons, for crime, yes. I mean, I'm pretty sure there's no guarantees with these.
Thank you, Mr. Erex.
Sorry, Your Honor, I'm just clarifying if receipts are actually handed.
Information has been noted.
Yes. Thank you.
Does the police have any further questions for the witness on the stand?
Still.
Right, can you state
Yeah,
your name
it
again?
is.
It is Mitchell Shaw.
Alright, Mitchell Shaw, have you ever bought a legal weapon?
That'll be a negative.
And why do we have documentation from your own biker club stating that you bought one SNS
Objection,
pistol?
Your Honor,
This
failed
is
to
to
see
establish
evidence.
credibility and that the witness is not lying.
I already told you he's a criminal.
No comment. I'm not commenting on anything that I don't know about.
You actually...
You show me these receipts?
Yeah, yes, I can show it to you. I'm looking at it right now. So you have to comment on it since you are not here as the defendant. So by law, you have to give me a comment on it.
No, I've never brought an illegal firearm.
All right. Well, I have right here from receipts from the own biker HQ that he did buy one SNS pistol for $1,000, which proves that he is lying, and I would request that his statements get abolished
objection, Your
from
Honor.
this. You're not
Objection, Your Honor. It has been noted
Yes,
that
I'm very
criminals...
aware objections
Yes.
have been made, and it has been noted.
I blame
Proceed with
hentai.
your line of questioning.
So, and then additionally, so you state that the locks inside the building are hard to get out of, and that's why you couldn't get outside?
Yep, new locks, mate. You know how they are with keys.
So,
They're quite difficult to get keys in the door.
let me verify. So, you have locks keeping you inside the building, and you can't get out with those locks?
No, on the top of the stairs. The bar's a public area, but behind that, it's.
So
for
you're
property.
locked downstairs?
Objection, Your Honor. I failed to see the relevance in this about a man's front door being locked or not locked.
I shall allow. Please continue with your
So, just to get this right, you are locked downstairs, and that's why you couldn't get out of the building.
They already established that they
We've
were
got
out
locks
of the
on our
building.
doors. We've got locks
Remain
on our
silent.
doors. Like anyone has doors locked on their houses, police stations,
Yeah,
courtrooms.
but I can leave my
hospitals.
house without having unlocked
So that's
it.
what I'm gonna say on that.
That's not, you're avoiding the question.
Nope,
He's
It's
avoiding
not.
the
And
question.
if you had listened to
Chief,
his
please
story...
proceed to the next question.
Yes,
I do
what
not
is your
wish to
next
hear
question?
Any more about locked doors?
His back door's not locked, is it?
All right. Continuing on. Yes. Now this, figuring out how to format it real quick. Right, and then so you state that you've never sold weapons to anybody.
We went over
Like
this
I said,
question before, Your Honor.
I've answered this question.
Stop
He's already
interrupting.
asked to...
If
Not
I'm not able to ask
interruption, it
questions
is
without
objection.
being
In the
interrupted, then
courtroom,
we
you
can
can be
second.
interrupted because it's called objections.
With the questioning.
Apparently not, because I keep getting interrupted.
It's not interruptions, it's a
So are
courtroom.
you-
Please approach the court. Please come to my desk immediately. Mr.
Yes,
Rogers,
yes,
come to my
Brian.
desk immediately. Do not have time to continue with these objections. I only wish you to object if there is substantial fact.
There is substantial fact, Your Honor, which I am relaying. He keeps claiming it is interrupting the court. That is what happens in a courtroom. If you've never been in one, Chief, I'm surprised after 20 years in service, you've never been in a courtroom and had people
Erex,
interrupt you.
He's clearly
No need for
buying
playground
time,
behavior here.
knowing that
Yes,
I'm in a
Your Honor.
rush.
Please remain remain seated.
No one knows that you're in a rush, but there is other people who are also in a rush.
No more questions. Let's get this the fuck up.
Mr. Winters, I'd appreciate if you refrain from such language in
I'd
this
appreciate if you
Well,
hold people
I'm gonna
accountable.
finish answering his question
Nope,
he asked me.
I have no more questions, please.
You've
Nope,
asked me the
I have
question,
no
so I'm
more
gonna finish
questions.
answering it.
Mr. Winters, if I do not
So-
see a professional behaviour, you shall be removed from the courthouse.
I feel personally attacked.
I thank you for your further questioning. You may return to the witness bench.
Officer
You
Winter.
could-
Cunt! Cunt!
Okay,
Sorry,
Mr.
I've got
Officer,
the cough.
something about this?
Yes, remove him. Remove him.
Well, I had a cough.
Remove him.
I had a cough. I'm sitting over it.
Remove him, officer.
No. Your Honor, I had a cough. Sorry.
Remove him from
Officer,
the courtroom.
Remove him.
that man from the courthouse immediately.
He's given his statement now. Thank you for your time, Mr. Sean.
Yeah, you're fine. I just, you know.
Well, thank you for
Sorry, the
timing.
cough. Sorry.
Can we hold him in contempt? You just avoided your,
Cunt.
ignored your issue
Fucking
again.
hell. Cunt.
I agree with the good
Or are we not going
Winters.
to do anything?
I agree with the good
It is up to
Winters.
your officers how they proceed. I am not a police
Arrest
officer.
them.
If they wish to proceed in
Arrest
such a
them for
manner, then they
contempt of
may
court.
do so.
All right, Your Honor, I have one
Hey.
last witness to call, which
Very
is the
well.
driver. It is a Mitchell King. Mitchell King, you mind taking the ban?
Proceed with your questions, legal aid.
Right, Your Honour, before we start, can I just make a note? I came here willingly as a witness, and that
Yes,
knobhead
you
over
did.
there whacked my head into that wooden
Yes,
post there.
he was
That
hanged
sounds
off.
like
It's fine.
something that you shall be taken up with the police after this court hearing.
Okay,
We're
I
not
will
in
be.
court here to hear
Right,
anything
Mr.
about
King,
how your head was
is it?
affected by a wooden object.
Yes, yes, yes.
I was going to do a rudder.
Right, Mr. King, why don't you tell us can you collaborate what Mr. Sean already said, that you were in a biker bar, you never, well, first of all, let's start with, have you ever met Kelly Chan?
Sorry if you're having that cheese.
Yeah, I know Mr. Chan. My nan died recently, I had loads of stuff, so he took it all off me for a good price,
I helped you with a valuable service there, it seems.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, yes.
Yeah, help me clear out my nan's house,
That's very nice, yes, nice of Mr. Chan. Yeah, it's a good service the city provides. And obviously he's visited your establishment, the biker bar.
Yeah, he came for a drink, I think, that day.
They came for a drink, and then he left after having the drink?
Yeah, literally. I mean, the Chinese, they can't really handle, Koreans can't handle their drink, so he had
Yes,
that.
yes,
I don't
yes.
even know what he had, some little cocktail, and then he was out of there.
I
Got
see.
driven back, he didn't drink
So,
or anything.
as you've heard the story, an undercover officer was implanted in your organization. Nat.
Ludicrous, isn't it? None of us knew that. It's mad.
None of you knew this man, but he
No,
was
no.
there. Tell us about Nat, a little bit about himself and such, and
He's-
the comings and
He's
goings
sound
of him
geezer,
that day.
to be fair. Sound geezer, like we had no idea or anything. I actually didn't believe the officers when they told us, first of all. It was a bit strange. But,
It's a bit strange,
mean-
that, because no body was ever found, no death
No,
certificate
I think
was
he,
ever
I think
found.
he decided he
Why
didn't
don't
wanna
you
work for
tell
this corrupt
us?
establishment.
Why don't you tell us what happened after Nat was shot? We've been told that you all went upstairs when you heard ballers shouting.
Yeah, I was smashing Mitchell on FIFA. I was like 4-0 up. He's not
Yes.
very good. But anyway, and we had these shots. Went up, and there was Nat. He was outside his car on the floor, and obviously we heard someone shout "ballers," drive
Right.
off.
And
When we got up there, oh yeah, go on.
you never saw Mr. Chan at this point? Was he there? Did
Mr.
he
Chan
leave?
Had been gone.
He'd
Like,
been
Mr.
gone
Chan
for a
left
while.
when it was daytime, and this was
Daytime, and this was nighttime. Quite a
Yeah,
big
yeah.
time difference.
Exactly. But yeah, so we saw Nat. So then we started getting him in a vehicle, and someone come out the shadows. No car, nothing. Someone come out the shadows. Looked like pointing a gun. And it was dark. It was nighttime at this point. And he's like,
Yes.
I hear someone shouting. Obviously, our boy's just been shot because we didn't even know he was a copper at this point. So he's been
Yeah,
shot.
yeah.
We were just picking him up, putting him in the vehicle. I shouted out the vehicle. I'm taking him to the hospital. Obviously, Mitch sacrificed himself because he only had a 2-seater, so he stayed. He was like, I'm
So
going to
two seats in the car. So there's
Yeah,
just
yeah,
you
2
and
seats,
Nat in the car.
Yeah. So then we drove.
It's quite
I think we
interesting,
had to the
Nat. A
west.
two-seater car. So
Yeah,
obviously Kelly Chan wouldn't have been able to fit in this car.
No, no one could fit
And he
in,
wasn't
like,
there,
just me
was
in
he?
there and that. Obviously, my fault was to get him to the hospital, so
Yes,
he drove
your
off to the
friend.
west, as the officer said on the stand, and I went up to, what was it, Sandy Hospital, and by this
Yes.
point he's actually regained consciousness, and that, and he said to me, he's like, just drop me here, I'll walk in, and he got out of the car, walked straight into Sandy Hospital. That's the last time I saw him.
That's the last time you saw Nat, when you
Last time
dropped
I
him
saw
off at the hospital.
Yeah. He actually thanked me for taking him to the hospital, and walked himself into the hospital.
Now, same question I asked your friend. I know there's been trouble between the bikers and the police and, criminal activity and all that. I won't hold it against you. Have you ever sold weapons to Mr. Chan or brought weapons to him?
I mean, I don't even know where these things come from. Well, we're just a motorcycle club, do you know what I mean?
And what about receipts as a criminal organization? You have to keep paperwork, track these weapons coming and going.
I mean, as
Yeah.
Mr. Chan put it earlier, you got to be a retard, haven't you, if you're going to do stuff like that, my friend?
Okay. So that's pretty much it. Yes. Did you?
Yeah,
Obviously,
yeah.
you wouldn't have seen an Officer Xander, no, because you left before Xander got there.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I just took our boy to the hospital.
There was a question. About 3 days earlier, Kelly Chan said that he was partying with some of you biker boys and that you showed him how to buy a legal gun from a gun store down the street. Is this true?
A what?
A
legal gun?
A legal gun. You took him to where he can get himself an actual, a proper firearm, which...
I think he found those in the van, didn't he?
No, he was
I
saying
didn't show him
something.
any guns.
No?
There
Didn't
was
show
a shop
many
that
guns?
showed. There was a shop that sold guns here.
Near
And,
the Baker
I
Bar?
know that it got taken out.
No, right. Well, there's no further questions, Your Honour.
Yeah.
Thank you very
Ms.
much.
Santos, please, do you have any questions for this witness?
Yeah.
Please proceed. And Mr. Erection, before we do proceed,
Yes.
I do not want any interruptions.
So, why was Nat never seen at that hospital? No record of him ever exists, or no security footage of him ever walking in that hospital exists.
I mean, I don't know if you noticed, mate, but I'm in a motorcycle club. I ain't work at a hospital, so you'll have to take
Okay,
that
well,
with
you
them.
said you saw him go into the hospital, but there's no
Yeah,
video of
Sandy.
it. There's literally
Well,
no video of
CCTV
you ever
at
coming
Sandy,
out.
mate. I don't know if you've ever been up Sandy, but you go have a look yourself. There's
Oh, we
no
went and
CCTV
checked,
at that hospital.
and there was never any record of him ever being there on video or in person, or through
Exactly.
records.
Like I said, I'm not a receptionist, mate. You'll have to take it up with them.
Well, that's why I'm asking you, because clearly that does not abide by your story then.
What do you mean?
Objection, Your
Well, you
Honour.
can't- like, Your Honour is asking
Yes,
me
yes.
why someone hasn't done their job. I don't.
I
really
don't
understand the
believe
question.
that this member of society can be held accountable.
No,
for that
I'm
of the security
trying to figure out why
systems of
there's
the
no
hospital.
video of him walking into
Well,
the
that's not his
hospital.
job.
Because they don't have cameras, my friend. I don't know how simple. You have to take that up with the department that pays for the security on the
Perhaps
building.
that should have been raised with the EMTs prior to arriving in court. Please proceed.
So there's no record. I just want to put on notice. There's no record of him ever being at a hospital.
That has been noted.
All right. So why do you leave your Mustang abandoned at the club next to the crime scene, and why then do you leave in a pickup truck?
Because that's the car that we had when we weren't in the motorcycle club with Nat. I don't know if you spoke to your officers, but he was over by the beach. So we picked him up, and the closest car we had, we commandeered, and we took him in an emergency to a hospital. My car was a good 300 meters away. That pickup truck was right there. That's only old Travis's pickup truck anyway. He'll be blessed.
And-
He got it back, so I don't really know.
So why was his phone then taken and disconnected on
Knock,
scene?
knock.
No idea.
Who's there?
I just drove him, mate.
Can we please remove the person in the gallery who just
I've
spoke?
asked your officers to enforce that already.
All right, remove that guy who just spoke.
Please proceed.
All right.
Mr. Winters.
This is the middle one.
Please, I can't go indoors.
Next to Blondie. Alright, so then continuing on, you went west. The hospital is to the east.
No. Where we were,
He said he's
quickest way. Yeah, I went west over a bridge, came round the lake, and straight into the hospital. You gotta remember,
Why-
we've just found our buddy shot. Like, I'm in a bit of a
So you
shock.
take the longest route possible?
I mean, it's not the longest.
Objection, Your Honour. I fail to see how this is relevant.
Yeah. He's asking me which
It's-
roads I want to
Yes.
take and stuff
If
like that. Like a.
I'm
Proceed,
allowed
Mr.
to argue
Winters.
back. No, I'm allowed to argue back on objection.
Yes, you can argue back on an objection.
So you've
Yes,
been
that
overriding
objection
me
has been
without allowing me to object. What? So he was seeing. So you guys are seeing going west, not east to the hospital, which would not be a direct route. There's no record of him being at the hospital. His phone was immediately disconnected at the scene, and he's never been heard of since by anybody.
He might think you're a bellend and not want to speak to you anymore. I don't know.
He gave no signs of this prior to it. He was fully cooperative with us before.
When's the
and
last
he
time
was
Objection, Your
and-
Honor. Objection. A suicide victim can still commit suicide, not tell anyone that he's sane. He's still sane up until the point he makes suicide.
Mr. Erection, we
So-
must not bring such allegations into this court.
It's not an allegation. I'm not saying that Nat
Well,
committed
there's no
suicide.
facts to back that up.
I'm saying, he's saying
Well,
that
clearly I'm
Nat
not going to
was
be allowed
fine.
to answer questions. I have no more.
Very well. You may be seated. And now invite any closing statements that need to be issued before the hearing is complete.
You've gone very quiet, my old boy.
Legal aid, do you have any closing statement, or that of Kelly Chan? Do you have a closing statement? to
Yes,
present?
Kelly Chan has a closing statement, Your Honor, and so do I. You're not talking, Kelly Chan.
So sorry, Your Honor. I came here as an illegal immigrant from North Korea. Grew up in a concentration camp. I came to this country to live the American dream. All I want to do is be a great citizen of this great state of Los Santos and this great country. I would never do anything to harm or hurt anybody. I'm so sorry for what seems to be a miscommunication between my understanding of the English language and the laws of this country. I was unaware of them, and I'm so sorry. But I did not sell any weapons. I did not sell any drugs that I thought were illegal. I just tried to help out a friend and who had a drug problem, and I'm so sorry. I shouldn't have helped him. But other than that, that's all I have to say. Thank you, Your Honor.
You may be seated. Santos, please, do you have any closing statements?
Your Honor, my closing statement is I think
There's
we
no need
have
to provide a
proved.
closing statement if your client has already done so.
I see, yes, it's true.
Right. So, I say it's without a doubt that Kelly Chan here has been caught violating law in numerous different instances. Not only do we have paper evidence of him buying weapons, we found these same weapons inside his pawn shop, and then additionally, we found his shell casings at the scene of where Nat was murdered. And then additionally, we have disproven multiple times that both witnesses that the defense has called was lying, and they were caught lying on the stand, which has proved their entire statements to be unreliable and should not be used in anything due to them being caught lying. We have paper documents of them buying illegal weapons and then them stating that they did not from their own business or gun empire within the HQ or the Bikers bar. So these were found in their possession. Why would they put incriminating evidence upon themselves?
Thank you. I would now like to address the court. As throughout this case, I have been making my notes and reviewing the evidence that was submitted. So we shall move forward and ensure that justice is delivered. I firstly thank all of those that have attended the court today and this hearing, and I note the effort of both legal aid and the Los Santos police. As with any case, there will be those present today that may not be pleased with the outcome or feel that their desired outcome has indeed not been fulfilled. You must consider and understand that both the prosecution and defense have equally worked honorably and professionally to fulfill the requirements of this court. You must understand that the court has questioned both parties in which official requests have been made to clarify points in this case further. You must also understand that both parties have equally had to follow strict instructions and reach deadlines provided by the court, and the court has treated both parties equally and without judgment throughout. Mr. Chan, I note
Yes,
that
Your
no
Honor.
disclosures have been provided to the court, and I therefore must compare you to that of a reasonable person. In my review, I have much to consider, and I have to consider the statements of the Los Santos police, the evidence presented, and that of the points that cannot indeed be clarified here today, circumstances that may amount to lack of evidence that would please the court. In my review, further clarification should have been indeed sought out, some of which I have raised today during the hearing. I note that some of the witnesses that have provided statements today that have been provided by legal aid to support your defense, the court does indeed question the reliability, motivation, and takes into consideration any such official reports raised of that of bad character. I must consider what are reasonable actions that you might have taken, Mr. Chan. As such, what a person of good character with reason might have, and I do find in my review that there are certain actions that would leave no reasonable excuse. Reviewing this case, the court has concluded the following. The charges that are indeed being reviewed amount to the following: weapons trafficking, that of illegal weapons; first-degree murder, that of a law enforcement officer; and lawful orders, that of a signed contract. The court finds that any other charges brought here before today at this time are dismissed. The court finds the defendant, Mr. Chang, of first-degree murder, that of a lawful enforcement officer, not guilty. The court finds that of weapons trafficking, that of illegal weapons, guilty. The court finds that of a lawful order, that a signed contract and agreement, guilty. Therefore, the court sentenced Mr. Chang to a custodial sentence of 250 months in a county jail. I thank you all for your attendance today. This court is concluded. Judgment has been delivered.
Disgusting.
Yeah, Mr. Chan, I am very sorry.
This is a travesty.
Alright, guilty on most counts. That's going downstairs.
See you, not bad.
I'm just glad he didn't get the murder charge, man.
Yeah,
Yes, my friend, that is very good that he not get murdered.
Yeah, very true.
Hell yeah.
Bloody good show there, sir. Bloody good show.
Yes, well presented, and I hope
Yes,
you're
yes.
satisfied with the outcome.
Yes, yes, I'm very satisfied. I'm not sure my client is satisfied, but yes, yes. It's down to him, but yes.
Yes, unfortunately, some of that evidence that you have seen as well cannot simply be dismissed.
That is true. I did mention about bad characters and such.
Excuse me, can we take a final statement,
Oh.
please? Final
Yes,
statements,
absolutely.
please. So, Mr. Erection, how do you find the outcome of that court case?
It's not satisfactory. You know, you never get 100% to win. No, I've never won a court case in my life, but I'm quite happy that he didn't get the full sentencing today, and we were able to dismiss some of the charges, sadly just not all of them.
And what are your thoughts on not being able to have the original setup where you were going to be going second? What are your thoughts on that?
Well, that is a bit of a poppycock. I felt that would have helped the case go along a lot smoother if we had Demek's whole story at the beginning. And then, Mr. Chan, it would have probably actually gone in the police's favour completely, but that's beside the point. But yes, it is what it is, and these things happen.
Excellent news. And Judge, any thoughts? Any words on the case?
I must conclude that of the evidence that was submitted to me, and obviously the statement that I've heard today, that this trial has been lawfully handled by the legal board, and that the court did dismiss other charges that were brought against Mr. Chan due to lack of evidence. And I must insist that it is a fair treatment for both parties to ensure that this court remains partially and completely neutral to support its clients.
Excellent. Thank you very much. We'll go get some words from Chief Winters. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
Yes, yes, yes. Oh, yes, yes, yes.
Yes, let's sort out this for you.
Oh, yes, the matter of my fee. Of course, yes, I forgot about that. Thank you very much, Chief. Yes, yes. I believe the police have already locked up down here. Yes. Yes, they have. Well, fuck me sideways. That went on for a lot longer than what I thought it was gonna go on for. Damn. I kinda already knew that he probably wouldn't get. Oh fuck! They've locked us in. Oh no, they haven't. Jang's in his office anyway. Yeah, I didn't think like they were gonna get him on the drugs trafficking. 200 hours, which is 200 months, which is 2 hours basically. But he was looking at like a 6-hour jail sentence. No, this isn't Luna. I'm on a new roleplay server basically. This is reactive roleplay, I think. It doesn't tell you the name of the server. Oh, I gave my phone away. Small time compared to City Life. Yeah, well, yeah, you know, City Life's gone and all that. But yeah, I need to go and put this money in a bank somewhere. Reactive RP. Oh dear. See if I can get someone to give me... Oh, there's EMTs. Hello, gentlemen. Yes, yes.
The car, sir.
Oh, yes. I'm so glad that you were standing on standby. Yes, my little heart can't you know, take the walkie-talkies and such.
Looks like this car is fucked up. So.
Oh no! What about your friend? Was he staring into space or something?
Yeah, let's go ask him.
It is whitelisted, yeah. Hello.
Yeah, I can.
Oh yes, yes. Hello, sir. There you go, Matt Geordie, with the link there. There is a website. I can't remember what the website is. I think it's reactiveroleplay.com or .co.uk. Oh yes, Chief. How are you doing? How's the kids?
I'm not too bad. Won't have any.
I finally made a paycheck today. Yes, yes, my first case, and it's quite an exciting one. Yes. There's the website. Yeah, reactiveroleplay.com. I thought it was .com.
Did it go well?
Well, I have $80,000, so it went fucking amazing for me. As for Kelly Chan, I'm sure Bobber and Cell 13 will take care of him. He's not my problem now. I once represented a man called Bubba. He was brilliant, big, beautiful man. Not quite as sexy as Officer Volt. My god, that man's arms. Do you know, Chief, that I once saw Officer Volt crush a watermelon between his legs? It's amazing technique. Thank you so much.
Not a problem, sir. Stay safe.
You too. And give my kids regards, or regards to the kids. $80,000 goes into my bank account. I would say that was a great court case for me. Probably not for Kelly Chan, but I also don't know where my freaking car is. I think it's in the car park over here. So that is the court case done. So we'll switch to that one. We'll switch to that one. No, it's not working. Is it working? Yeah, it's working. It was annoying because I couldn't get all the people online. Xander was the police officer that should have gave a witness statement. But he did message me today saying like he's really tired. And it would have been nice to have Xander online. How much have I got on me? And painkillers, reactive weekly, my ID card. I have a Heartstopper burger. I don't know what that is. But yeah, I'm jumping different characters again and stuff like that. I have this character which is my legal character that I do like lawsuits and stuff on, and then I have my Russian character. Impounded? What? Need to go and to the impound lot. Do I have a flashlight? Do you have a flashlight? Dear. Need to get to the impound lot, and I kind of want to get there fast. I was going to end the stream after the court case, but I'll stream for a little bit longer because I want to upgrade my car. I think there's a few mechanics on, I'm not sure, so... I'm not sure what that noise is. I also need to get a new mobile phone. Ah, marvellous. The M2s, yes, yes, yes. Oh, it's a sexy one, yes, yes.
Isn't it the best lawyer in town?
Do you have any of those penis enlarging pills again?
Well, I said we don't have pills, but we can, you can order those Swedish penis pumps from the internet.
I bet you use one, you Swedish mungin. Oh, yes, yes.
Sir, you need to speak up a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yes, there we go, yes, yes, sorry, gentlemen, yes.
Even the British intelligence service uses those or members of it.
But
I read a book about it being recommended from Austin Powers.
Austin Boss, yes.
If you ask Robin here nicely, he could probably stretch it out for you.
Oh, yes, you're Swedish, aren't you? You know, you're a Swedish porn star. I was told, look at those manly arms of yours. Yes. I bet you could pick me up in one arm. Carry me. Oh, fuck, I've switched my animations.
I can bend you like a Toblerone.
Oh, I can bend me like a Toblerone any day, Robin.
So yeah, you happy with the court case, sir?
Oh, yes, I got paid £80,000. It is amazing. Crazy. Poor Kelly Chan is in a cell right now, and poor man, yes. Korean, you know. There's no end well for him.
Yeah, sorry,
He's probably going to end up like the Toblerone.
That is true, yes. Bubba in cell 13 will love him long time, I've been told.
Oh no, he's gonna be stuffed like turkey.
Yes. All right, gentlemen, I need to get to the impound lot and get my car. Good day.
Good luck.
Oh, can any of you call me a taxi? I seem to have misplaced my phone.
Hey!
Taxi.
Hey, taxi!
Yeah?
Taxi.
not call me a taxi. I meant, like, put it straight out or something. No, I'm not a taxi.
Well, you are a good-looking taxi.
Yes.
I will pay for a ride with you any day.
Oh, dear. Oh dear.
I think you're whispering.
Me? Possibly, yes.
Yeah, well.
Oh yes, my sexy Norwegian. They need to get you a nurse's outfit.
I'm so happy it's automatic.
With a really short skirt. Tell me, Robin, have you ever tried to crush a watermelon between your legs? I saw Officer Volnot do it once.
See that colleague of mine in white wearing a miniskirt.
Oh, yes. Wait, where's the impound lot? I thought it's behind us.
No, that's the ordinary parking.
Oh.
The impound lot is actually on the other side of the canal.
Oh dear, I didn't know that's where the impound lot is.
But we'll get you there safe in one piece.
Has the job been treating you well, Robin?
Oh yeah, I enjoy it.
Marvellous.
It's just like going back to his old days.
Oh yes, you were in EMS in another city, yes?
Yeah, city island, yeah.
I'm rich now, Hammer. I don't know why I'm doing the voice to you, because I don't need to do the voice to Twitch chat. I'm sorry, I get stuck in character. Yes, Hammer, yes, I'm filthy rich now, $80,000. Amazing, I can retire to the Bahamas. Yeah, that court case. Well, this is the impound lot. Right. Oh. Oh dear.
Yes, sir, it's impound lot.
Oh, I didn't know this is where the impound lot is. Thank you very much, Robin.
Well,
I love you.
I'll wait to see if you get your car out.
Oh, I sometimes go to the Whiffy Waffy place. You there, give me my car. Oh dear. I seem to be lacking $50. I need to go to an ATM.
2 seconds.
Unless you have it, I'll pay you back.
Yeah, no, you can just be my lawyer when I need one.
I don't have a phone on me at the moment, so I can't accept your contact.
No worries. Let's see.
Lawyer just won £80,000, doesn't have £50 to pay. Yeah, that's quite funny. Oh no.
There you go, sir. That's good help.
Oh, I love you so much, Robin. Yes. Next time I see you, I'll take you out for steak and onions. Yes, yes.
No need.
And maybe a blowjob afterwards. Steak and cheese.
No need.
Yes, yes. I insist. It's marvelous. I have the Shackmobile. It's marvelous. I have the Shackmobile, Robin. Yes, thank you very much. Now we go to Benny's. Yes, yes, to Benny's now. Hey, now, here's Benny's. I'll show where Benny's is. Oh dear. Oh dear, that's a big car. Look at it with its green tinted windows and such. Oh dear! Oh, hooligan! Oh, riffraff! They had a heart attack. Dear pacemaker. Arr. Yes, yes. Now, oh dear. Brake, brake. I'm sure that light was green anyway. This light is green or red, or you don't actually have to stop. You just check right, and then you check left, and then use it like a stop lane. Yes, red light. That's what I was told in the American politics or something. Yes, and that one is green. That one's green, so I seen a green light. I could just go left, yes. If only I knew how to use indicators. Yes. I have to stop at this one because there's people about cars and such. Ah, you're welcome, Jordy, you're welcome. I am planning to stream a lot more. I just haven't got around to doing it and stuff and setting it all up and stuff again. And my throat and time and just life in general and stuff. But yeah, I am planning to stream a lot more and stuff at the weekends and that. But yeah. But thanks for popping into the stream and such. Oh dear. I see anybody in Betty's. Where's the little... why do I have press E for Benny's Motorworks? No, I will most certainly not press E for Motorworks. I don't know how to use a spanner. Hello? Anybody there? Oh, the door seems to be locked. You there, mister? You look Spanish to me. Are you Mexican? Get out here and fix my car. I can see you standing there. Don't ignore me, playing with your iPhone on your Instagrammy-wammy thing. You bloody Mexican, get out here! Do you not speak English? Oh, it's one of those zombies on the fuckbuck or Facebook or whatever the fuck it's called. There's usually a blonde-haired person around here. Little girl. Or big girl, actually. She's taller than me. She could knock me out. She looks like Mike Tyson. Where are you? Mechanic woman. There's usually two of them. Mechanic woman? Oh dear. I don't think I'll be getting my car upgraded. It's quite sad. I was looking forward to spending that $80,000. I have to buy the biker gang a nice bunch of flowers and some chocolates and go visit Mr. Chan in prison. In fact, I think we should go do that right now. Pull over and go check where Mr. Chan is. Jail. And yeah, brakes on this thing are awfully tight, tighter than a man's ass. Oh, look at that beautiful car, yes, yes, yes. Seems one of those, oh look, there's one of those ambi-wambi things. And a truck driver. God, those truckers are crazy, crazy truck driver. Is he coming behind me? Oh dear. I forgot to put my seatbelt on. That is a very important thing to do. Oh dear. I wonder if I can afford one of those very fast cars, those Bukakis, I think they're called. Yes, Bukaki. Lovely car. Or is it Bugatti? I can't remember. No, I'm sure it's Bukaki. Don't worry, Miss Chan. I'm coming to you very fast. Yes. Oh dear. As the brakes do not seem to brake on this car, I need new brakes. I don't know where you crazy bastard. Oh shit, she's getting out of his car to beat me up. Fuck. I'm old, leave me alone. Oh dear. Ah yes, the jail. Beautiful place. They serve tacos in the cafeteria. Lovely tacos. Oh dear. Seems to be quite a commotion down here. Oh dear. This man seems to be lying on the floor. If only I had a phone to save him. Yes, 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 yes. Oh, it's one of those prison guard people. Look at him, sleeping on the job. Corrupt bastard. Oh, look, it's the biker people. Oh, yes, yes. If I could hug you, I would, but my back is broken. It's very nice to meet you, sir.
Where's Kelly?
I think he is inside, gentlemen. I was just about to go visit the poor bastard.
No, he's not in the visitor area.
He's not. He should be. I don't have his phone. Live waffle, hi. Mr. Chan. Mr. Kelly. Mr. Kelly Chan. Hi, live waffle. Oh dear. It doesn't seem to be about. Well, someone lost their pants. My God. Oh shit. See if I can have Chan via some other means, but I feel he may have gone to sleep in his cell. Mr. Chan. I have a deep feeling that Mr. Chan has gone to sleep in his cell. I think Mr. Chan has gone to sleep in his cell. Yes. Need to buy a mobile phone, I believe, and maybe contact him. I have no items in here, apparently. Oh dear. So Mr. Kelly Chan might have gone to sleepy weepy. Oh dear, there's a bag on that floor.
Yeah, we'll just... I was going to just ramp in, but... Still need a way of climbing back over the gate when we get in there.
Oh, look at these monkeys climbing all over the fence trying to get into the famous Kelly Chan for a photograph. Oh dear, look at them. Oh shit, I jumped over a wall.
Let's go and have a look.
Crazy
Mr.
bastards.
Noise, do you want to come along?
I'm okay, I've brought my car over there, you see. Yes. Thank you, though.
We might be taking Kelly Chan on a holiday, you know?
Ah, well, if you're trying to get into jail, I was told that there's a little bit of a way around that side, you know. If you had a big truck, you could even just walk over the fence where it's bent. But I never said that. I never told you that. That would be a very corrupt thing of me to do as a solicitor, to suggest them break out my client. Who on earth would ever suggest that to them biker people? Lovely biker people. I would never suggest that to them, of course. I think I need to upgrade the brakes on this damn car. I need to find a garage, and there is one there, and log off, I think. We will find a nice place for Erex to go to sleep in. He'll go to sleep in a motel club. Oh look, it's the biker bar. Oh dear, all this dusty tracks and such. Where on earth? Oh, he's here. Fuck. And then I think I know where I'm gonna go and log off, which is at the end of this street. If you can actually get inside, I think you can get inside. I can see you can. Yeah, you can. Erection. We'll go stay at his cousin's house, I believe. This one? It is this one. This is Trevor's little house, I think. Was Trevor's that way over there? I think Trevor's is that one over there. It has been so long since I have played. No, that Trevor's is that one. No. Yes. No. Is it? Maybe? I don't know. Shit. No, yeah, I remember this now. I remember running through this place. Yes, I remember hiding here and the police chasing me on my hobo character. You can actually get inside this, I think, on some servers. But yeah, they haven't got this one open. And you can crawl with the crawl emote in there. This is Trevor's place. Yes, Trevor. Good man. I once saw him crush a watermelon between his legs. Beautiful stuff. Trevor? Trevor? He's not here. He's going to sleep on his bed. Ah, Trevor, yes. Right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching the live stream, Iwimi. If you have followed and the notifications didn't come up, well, fuck OBS Streamlabs for not doing that. But yes, we will be live over the weekend, and over the coming weeks we'll also be live, doing different things. I have two characters, Erex and Gibble Gobble, or Gobble Nikolai or something. I can't remember what his name is. He's a Russian and he's a gay, and I try to get in touch with Volt all the time. He's my boyfriend. Or at least I tell myself that to go to sleep. Yes, Robin and Officer Vault. Tuxor, yes. Anyway, gentlemen, thank you for watching, and goodbye.